Alrighty then.
We're live.
Um,
Last.
yeah. Viking, Runic, would you like to explain to the other two what you have done?
Nope. Nope. Very simply, nope.
Viking,
As I walk into the
would you want
tavern
to?
where those two are, can I just yell to the barkeep, can we have a bowl?
A bowl?
The barkeep
What
just sort of looks at you quizzically and then pulls up an empty wooden bowl and just sort of slides it over the counter
I
towards you.
pick it up and pass it to Erland.
Look, I mean, I've already eaten.
The others haven't, and they might want to see your fucking magic trick.
Alright, you're gonna make me fat. Just sort of walk on over. If these guys are sat at one of the tables, sort of nursing illness or whatever it was, sort of walk over and sit down opposite, put the bowl on the table. Say, so we had a bit of a scout around, a bit of a look to see if we could see anything about.
Can we have less
No,
eerie,
headache.
terrifying music, please? It's been playing for like 5 weeks.
This is a spooky bar.
Spooky, scary skulls.
Spooky, scary taverners.
There.
Tavern keepers.
Something. I mean, I could do this.
That'll work.
The thing is, the tavern. Yeah, fine. The tavern isn't quite big enough to actually have people playing in it, but.
I'm just sitting there playing.
It's
It's
general
fine.
fantasy theme, isn't it?
There's a drunk guy standing on top of this table playing the lute.
No, that's just me.
As I said, there's a
Exactly.
drunk- yeah, exactly.
Alright, show him your magic trick.
What? Wait, what?
Well, I was going to explain what we've seen first.
Fine, explain
Well,
what we've seen. Then show him your magic trick.
Can we get a recap real quick of what happened last session? Like,
That's what
what
I'm waiting
I'm
for.
about. That's
what I'm
Get
waiting
into
for.
it.
what I'm doing.
You're all at the
I'm
tavern
doing.
right now and waiting for them to tell you what they actually did.
Stop
We're
bickering.
getting to it. Well,
I'm not bickering with anyone. I'm bickering with God. Yeah, so we thought we'd go over and check over Headley's place, see if the servants were being mistreated, the workers in the fields, if they were, see if we could verify if they were slaves, if they were being beaten, that sort of stuff, to determine how bad he is as a person, I suppose. Some sort of character evaluation that we really didn't need to do, but we went and did it anyway. Discovered that there was one of the workers collapsed in the field and was taken off to a barracks at the back of the main house. Ezra snuck in and examined the guy that had passed out.
mhm.
He seemed to be okay. Just sort of was it fatigued and looked like he had a couple of bruises.
Yep.
Or just the one bruise.
Just the one big bruise on his sort of shoulder.
Yeah, so it looked like he had one bruise, which is like... So that doesn't really look like much along the lines of these guys are being beaten on a regular basis. He just looks a bit tired and possibly slightly ill. And then, whilst also in there, I noticed some sort of magical stuff on the ground floor, and Ezra sort of procured it. Turned out there was a lot of cutlery, so we stole all of their spoons.
Yep, I've got 15 shit spoons. He's got 1 shit spoon. Slightly less shit
are
spoon.
they magic? Are they
No,
magic
like,
what?
spoons?
The one that he's got, the slightly
What?
less shit
What?
spoon is.
Hold up. So I like looking at the empty bowl. I'm just gonna go pull the spoon out and put it into the empty.
The spoon is like this shittily made, almost hammered into shape sort of thing, just of iron, and
I've got 15 more of
yeah,
those.
you can use it as a spoon, but it doesn't look like it'd be exactly the most pleasant thing. But as soon as he sets it down in the bowl starts filling up with a thick gray substance.
That looks disgusting.
I mean, it tastes like damp cardboard, but I certainly feel full after eating it.
Wait, what?
I would hope so. I would never
Like-
want to eat more than one piece. What is this shit?
Do you mean you put a fancy ass fucking spoon?
Fancy.
Oh no, it's a
Ball.
completely shit. It's a
This is
completely
fancy.
shit
It's
spoon.
like an iron spoon
it
that
like-
they have heated up one end, taken a ball hammer to, and hit, and that's about it.
Is it like jagged? And,
Oh,
does it have
okay.
jagged and sharp
let me-
edges?
No, it's
What?
mostly rounded off, but
Let me get this correct, okay? You have a shitty spoon,
Yes,
and you put it into a bowl,
with a shitty
and it
enchantment.
melts, and makes
No,
a...
No, the bowl doesn't. No, the spoon doesn't melt the bowl. It just makes gruel that you can eat, and is
Oh.
good for you.
Is
and
it still
tastes-
shitty?
Okay.
It's
Yes.
damp cardboard.
At least
Okay,
we
okay.
hungry.
Exactly.
Look, yeah, no, I can see that. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
What do the other 15 do?
They eat
Nothing.
things.
They're just spoons.
Why,
just
why
food.
do you? Why do you
I mean-
still have them?
I don't fucking
Well,
know.
mean,
I
we
took
can't
them
just-
all.
We couldn't just leave. We couldn't just leave them around the
just
place.
take-
could
You can't just take one.
I stole all 16 spoons. I didn't know which one was magical. Bear in mind, this
Yeah,
was
I was
before I knew what the fuck it did. If I'd known what it did,
Yeah.
I'd have left it in there. And why am I going Lundy taxi driver?
Well,
If I knew what it did, Gabs, I'd have left it there. Right, where are we going? Yeah, Camden Town. All right, okay, get
I
in.
know
That's
I know the
£15.
fastest way.
Yeah,
How
it's all right.
many
Come
lights are on
down
this
through come down through Elephant and Castle. We can turn up, come up Seven Sisters Road. We'll be there
You can
now.
tell who lived in London.
It's a shit heap. Don't ever go.
Like the cool.
Like the spoon, yes.
Listen.
So have
right?
you named your amazing magical spoon?
Yeah, it's his magic spoon.
Haven't- no, why would I name it? It's just a magic spoon. What am I going to call it? Gary?
You don't know.
Sorry.
What
Allow me to draw Gary from my pocket to provide food for. What is this? Like some sort of weird historical religious text where some bloke pulls fish and bread out of his ass? What?
No comment on that one.
Please make this an intelligent magic.
by the way, Rudik,
Yes.
Is it?
are you still holding the
Is it
spoon in
still
your hand?
producing gruel and overflowing out of the bowl at this point?
Actually, yeah, Rudik, are you holding the spoon in your hand?
Well, yeah. I'm just. I'm taking it out of the bowl when it had filled up. I've been using it to eat from the bowl.
It feels warm in your hand now, warmer than it was.
Uh-oh. Suddenly bursts into flames.
Hang on. I think it's got 4. I think it can produce enough for 4 people.
that's-
So far, I think I've had 2 bowls. This might be number 3.
I like to imagine that every time he puts it in the bowl to take a spoonful, it just replaces that spoonful.
Yeah, I think it just gets hotter as I use it, maybe. Because it's quite well. I could probably boil it, like, fry an egg in the end of this. Maybe. I don't know.
If it's hot enough to fry the egg on the end of it, it'd be burning your hand off.
Well,
Yeah,
then I
it
don't
just
know.
feels warm. Like,
Oh.
it feels warmer than your hand.
Toasty! Hey, we found another use for it. A hand warmer. And that's infinitely more useful than whatever fucking enchantment it has.
But if you cup your hand around it, would it count as a bowl and make gruel out of your hand?
Probably.
I don't know. Hang on, Ezra, come here.
Fuck off.
Pass me your bum back.
No chance. She was the one who asked. Try it on her.
No.
Have you got a bag that you could empty?
No.
Bag
my
of
bag is-
holding. What would happen
That's
if
a
you
hell of
did
a
it
lot
in
of
a
gruel.
bag of holding?
I don't like
6,000 tons of gruel.
Well, no, because it says specifically it produces enough for 4 to sustain 4 creatures
Per
so
day?
I would imagine, yes, but I would imagine that it would basically go with a little tiny bit at the bottom, and then if I left it in there, it wouldn't count as an empty container, so it wouldn't work.
Maybe? I don't know.
So we basically just have four people's worth of gruel parked in the bottom of a bag of holding for a long.
But what we can do is we can get 4 containers and pour those empty containers into the bag of holding. then put the spoon back in the empty containers.
Why are we
Inside the bag.
Are we
holder.
trying
Why
to
don't we
create
put the spoon in?
pocket
Are we
gruel?
making him? Hang on, right? Can I? No, I just want to make something clear here. Are we in fact thinking about going into business selling gruel? Because that's what this sounds.
I don't know if the inflation is very good on that.
How much is gruel worth?
I don't
It's
know.
about half a gold, if that.
Not even that.
I mean, considering we can make it from nothing, that's basically infinite money.
Oh god, this is like the infinite rope salesman.
Exactly.
Oh god, what have I done?
We have infinite possibilities.
God is regretting his decision of giving us a magic item this early.
No,
we
no,
drown-
I'm not
Can
regretting
we
it.
drown
I'm not
our
regretting it,
enemies
trust me.
in
There's things you
gruel?
don't know yet.
Admittedly, I quite like this because you know it's useful for when you're out on the train.
Well,
I'd
it's
never have to buy rations
yours.
again. It'd be great.
I
Excellent.
would still buy rations because I would go insane trying to eat from that.
I don't mind cardboard.
Okay, then give me all your rations.
I imagine that she's just now holding
ha-
him up.
now
at
hang
gunpoint.
on.
Yeah, I'm holding my hand out. If you're
Like-
okay with cardboard, give me your rations.
That doesn't mean I don't. That doesn't mean I don't like rations. Where are you getting these assumptions from? Because assuming makes an ass of you and me, and it's more of an ass of you at the
To be
minute.
fair, we also have two
I'm
foxes.
not going to debate that. We still need to sell those. How much you two sold?
We went to the town, the villa, had a look
I
around.
wasn't exactly carrying it
And
with
came
me.
back.
Was I?
I'd like to point out, last session was like 3 hours in-game time. It was almost like a
We've only been gone for a
one-to-one.
morning. We've only really been gone for a morning.
Yeah, it is noon. It has not been a full day.
No, last week's time progression was like 1-to-1.
Because we literally just talked about it.
Well, the problem was you had to go. Cybram wasn't there. And we were just like, we don't want to progress too quickly or too far or do anything without the rest of the party.
I was fine with you guys puppeting my characters or continue.
It's okay. She spent the entire morning over a toilet.
What happened last night?
I don't know. You had a bad stomach. Something you ate, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Illness. Always a great way of getting a party member who's not there out of the way. So what are we actually going to do? We know that this Headley guy is a dick. That's nothing new.
So,
Well, you did, aside from stealing spoons, you did confirm that he's abusing his servants?
Pretty much. I even talked to the doctor who went to see him.
oh wait, so he is.
I mean, the doctor kind of confirmed it, or at least he assumes that the mercs are, or the Overwatchers, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Overwatchers or watchers.
Overseers is probably a better term.
Nah, that's about right.
Overwatchers, just tracers beating people.
Did we have a plan with the creatures?
We haven't had a plan in like 24 hours. No, that's being unfair. We planned to deal with those foxes, and we did.
Yes, we did that. Well done, lads.
That was something we managed successfully.
Now, if only we can apply our collective brain power to do something about the current situation.
I mean, there's always the final and most extreme option.
Defame him. Oh wait, no, that's not.
I was going to say burn the entire village down, but, you know.
Coughs up a little bit. Excuse me.
I said it was
Why
final and
village?
extreme.
At that point, we might as well cause Earthfall again.
Cause what?
Earth's fall.
What is this Earth you speak
You
of?
don't. You don't know the history of our world?
I was absent for quite a lot of it.
I'm gonna bury my hands in my head.
I'm just gonna look in. I'm just gonna look intently at Ezra and.
Urge to set on fire intensifies.
Chance I'm shoving you into a life. No, wait, that's a bad idea. Never mind.
Oh, you know what? Get that over here. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try
Of
it.
course, the dwarf wants to try it.
I go over. It's like,
It tastes like damp
What
cardboard.
is this, like fucking gruel ASMR?
I've had better.
Everyone's had better. It tastes like damp cardboard.
I don't know about.
Literally eating
but it
shit
feels-
probably tastes more flavoursome than damp cardboard.
Is that why? Is that why rabbits eat their own shit?
Probably, I don't fucking know. It's better than gruel, right?
No, that's actually because they don't have the correct digestive system to be able to process the food the first time round.
I'm gonna
That's
throw
why
my
I first.
nerd that just walked into the table.
Big fucking square glasses and
I suppose I shall leave.
wiped back hair. Just imagine the nerd from Robot Chicken. Oh, you're George Lucas!
Oh god.
Should probably get that nerd laid. Actually, it might get hell to freeze over and can end all this badness.
I don't think that'll happen. Then again, the thermostat has probably changed quite a lot down there.
Let me open. Rolled.
Let me open, you spoon.
I have to restart my computer. I can't. Oh my god! I can't even open my window. I have to close my entire computer. Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
I'll be back.
Well, we probably should.
Do something other than talk about a spoon, which we've been doing for 16 minutes. It's just like last week.
should Probably coordinate with our new erstwhile allies.
I mean,
They kind of want us to do all the work.
Yeah, it's probably slightly better for
We're
us
also
to.
kind of being paid for it, so.
we could.
Yeah, that was the original thing. So.
Why are you crying, Ezra?
I'm not crying. I'm shrugging. I don't,
I don't know, it sounds like
I
crying.
don't fucking know what to do. We could go and talk to the shapy things,
No.
or we could do a full frontal assault and kill every single merc under Headley's command, and then strap his head to the front of one of his spikes.
You
But
first.
then the rest of the town would look at us like bad people.
And
I don't know about you, but I like having a good look on me.
we're going to look bad no matter who we dispose of.
Well,
If we defame Hedgley, then we would have no eyes on us. We just have to be
What?
smart about it.
Okay, my question is, why would he care if he's defamed? He's got money.
Yeah, but fucking if you take away his allies, he has no one to rely on.
We need more allies.
His allies are all the other rich people.
Not all of them. Just a good portion.
Well, they all look at him.
Ooh, how
Well,
about we
can
start
I-
a
can
war
I-
between the nobles?
can I just point out we didn't agree to defame him last time? We agreed to try and remove the source of his income and get rid of all of the workers and things that he has.
Great,
so
we
that
just
he
kill all his
doesn't have
workers
the
then.
Money. That was what he agreed to do, not the.
Better plan.
No, you're
Instead of
right. You're
killing
right.
All the workers. Let's get them away from, the place where they're staying. And we burn his fields down. No more money income.
I'd be up for that. Let's do it.
Also, we're yelling this out in the middle of a tavern.
I'm not.
You guys are just sort of sitting around a table in the middle of a tavern discussing this.
I mean, we do
I've been looking around.
have access to some extra plenier being that is powerful enough to entrance most of a city. However,
Yeah, that was the other. That was the other prospect. Was getting in touch with the flower lady and making her get rid of it.
However, if we asked her to entrance all of his workers for a week, she's not likely to give them back.
No. That's why we don't do it. That's why we're just gonna go take out the Watchers. Or at least take out one Watcher who is controlling a certain area.
Well, we know they've got a
And
captain.
Right.
Because there was a
well,
finely armoured bloke who came out when I may or may not have kind of given away, mate. I don't actually know. But the doctor ran into the house after I left, and then a group of mercs, including a very clad in armour looking merc, came out who started giving orders. So I'm assuming he's the boss.
Okay, well, I mean, we're gonna have to kill the Watchers anyway.
There are 70 of them. How do you propose we do this?
Peasant revolt.
That's going to end in more bloodshed than killing 70 mercs.
No, I know, but okay, there's a difference between, I believe, the Mercs and the Watchers. The Watchers
No.
are under direct pay, from my understanding, to Headley. And then the Mercs are someone that have been paid more recently by Headley to do, to be ready for this upcoming thing they want to do.
You may be
I was under
right.
the impression they were all on the same payroll. He's just started taking on more mercs recently. So they're all still his blokes, and they all still wear the same uniforms and the same armor and shit. They're all under his payroll. He's just started taking on more help recently.
That's possible, I guess.
What if kidnap one of the Watchers, and then have one of our changey friends change into the Watcher?
So who changes into whatever the changey friend does during the day?
Probably Ericsson.
So
I mean,
somebody has to go and pretend to be Ericsson for a day.
I mean, how many villagers go over to the church every single day? But
I mean, muscle wizards.
that is true.
Right. Muscle Wizard. We ask him.
Does any of us actually fucking remember his name, or is he just known as Muscle Wizard now?
It is in my notes somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, it is somewhere.
Muscle Wizard fits, though. He's like 80 years old and ripped, so you know.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, sorry. There was the other two plans that were being discussed with poisoning Headley and robbing him blind.
Oh, I'm up for that still.
We could poison him
have
through
any.
gruel.
Something about that just feels right.
Well, bad thing there is I don't have any poison on me at the moment.
We're near a big fucking forest.
I mean, do you know any people around? No. I don't know.
I don't actually have the name of the muscle wizard in my notes because it tails off very rapidly into we did some stuff to foxes. Bellin is upset because he wanted to keep some of the foxes for pets. At this point, Bellin descended into mad. is legitimately my notes for that. So no, I don't actually have the name of the muscle wizard.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is.
That's why I said he doesn't actually have a name.
It's probably like Robinson or something. I can't remember.
Anyway, we know who we're talking about.
He does have a name.
We don't care for it. He's Muscle Wizard.
Robert.
I knew it was Rob something.
No, it's still Muscle.
Yeah, it'll stay Muscle Wizard.
Muscle Wizard.
That'd be his WWE name. Robert the Muscle Wizard. It's like Andre the
Wait,
Giant.
what the fuck?
Maybe we
Dwarf.
should get a
Yeah.
fresh pair of eyes.
Do you have any raise dead spells?
What the fuck?
Maybe.
Are you a
We have
necromancer?
ready-made
Maybe.
We have a
No. Actually, probably don't, but I can sure check. I'll have to commune with my god first. I need to look. I need to log into Roll20 because my computer's being a fucking shithole, not letting me log into.
I mean,
Well, actually, fucking open idiot. Praise.
.exe is stopped
Open.
you
working. Would
probably
like to
have like
Browser.
turn undead, but that doesn't raise the dead.
No, probably not. Oh,
Probably.
No, it definitely doesn't. It makes them run away from you
Hold
like
on.
you stink.
I have every spell in my thing, so I can just look once I log in.
Command can't put people in danger, can it?
Not typically.
So we couldn't basically go see Headley and then command him to jump out the window.
I mean, if we corner him and I tell him to run away from me, the only option he might have is out the window.
What's the exact wording of that spell? 'Cause I don't think they can.
I don't think it can put them in
I think
mortal
it-
danger.
No,
Yeah, I think the actual wording for flee says if he can't perform the flee, the spell fails.
Yeah, I think it's like something specific.
Flees to the best of his ability.
Yeah, something along the lines of specifics can't if the command puts them in mortal danger, the survival instinct overwhelms the spell and it fails. Or something along those lines.
I can tell you in just a solid
But
second.
see, killing him directly isn't gonna change anything. Those mercs and watchers are gonna go over to the next rich asshole who was supporting him.
I mean, we could always destroy his
And
power
we
base.
steal all of his money.
Yeah, okay, so you give the subject a single command which it obeys to the best of its ability at its earliest opportunity. Flee is just on its turn, the subject moves away from you as quickly as possible for 1 round. It may do nothing but move during its turn and provokes attacks of opportunity for this movement as normal. If the subject can't carry out your command on its next turn, the spell automatically fails. That's the thing for the whole.
Ah, right.
So if you tell someone to flee and there's nowhere for them to run, then it's going to fail.
I mean, what's considered nowhere to run? Because if there's a
Well, like
window,
nowhere, physically nowhere for them. Well, he's not going to hurl himself out of a window.
I mean, does it say
Basically,
that they,
well, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna GM roll this.
hold on, wait,
Pretty much all of the other, like command sort of spells have a limiter that if it causes the target to put themselves in mortal danger or gets them into mortal danger, then they get a additional save with a very high bonus to break out of it.
Yeah.
It's like the whole you can't tell someone you've dominated to go and hang themselves because they go what?
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
right, but
So telling someone to flee in a room that you have locked up, where the only exit is a window that isn't even open, is basically going to have them go, no, rather than turning and going, certainly, sir, I shall run away from you at post haste, turn around and leap out of a window that's closed, 4 stories to their death. That's not going to happen.
I mean, his house is only 3 stories tall.
There might be something soft at the bottom to break his
I
fall.
can make him
Like a
fall. I can
mercenary.
make him flee, halt, approach. What if I'm flying outside of a window and I don't
Then he's gonna
approach?
Then he's gonna look at you and go, well, okay, and walk to the window and go, yes, that's as close as I can get to you.
Maybe we should
I can't
get a second pair of eyes and brain cells on this and go talk to the mayor. Because our
Right,
plans seem to be pretty radical, let's be honest.
I mean, we can for sure.
Radical, dude.
I can restore a corpse.
That's not helpful.
You grow flesh on a decomposed or skeleton corpse of a medium or smaller creature.
That's a bit grim.
Right.
What, you
It
a
was
grave
just
domain?
sufficient flesh.
No, I was gonna say that good God, that adds all sorts of possibilities for necrophilia.
Oh god, no!
Why
Sufficient
necrophilia
flesh that it can
specifically?
be animated.
Well,
as a
because if you
zombie
could,
rather
like,
than a
think
skeleton.
of all the skeletons kicking about the place, you can regenerate the flesh onto skeletons of bodies.
Is that
So
what
that you
Ericsson's
can go,
doing,
"I
do you
think-
think?
I think they need to have some flesh still on them to regrow anything.
That's not what Bellin just said, though. Using it was that you can regenerate the flesh on bone.
Providing it with significant flesh that it can be
Okay.
animated as a zombie rather than a skeleton. The corpse looks as it did when the creature died. The new flesh is somewhat rotted and not fit for eating.
No shit, Sherlock.
I like the fact they had to specify not fit for eating.
You grow you grow flesh on a decomposed or skeleton corpse of a medium. Okay, you grow flesh.
That's why it's
Yeah.
not fit for eating, because otherwise you'd just be able to keep growing flesh.
Create a party of cannibals.
You could.
Could. I can create I can summon a minor monster. Monster 1. Blah, 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 blah. Know thy enemy. Wait. What does know the enemy do?
God, what does know thy enemy do? It lets you know thy enemy.
Wait, let's just.
Is this just let's all look up Belen's spells?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I can commune with the divine, reflecting on one type of creature I've encountered in the last day. I can make a knowledge check regarding that creature.
He's human. He's a bit overweight. He's a cunt. What more do you need to know?
His flesh is not fit for consumption.
Actually, his probably would be.
He's been grown back up a corpse.
He's actually undead. Huh.
I could decompose a corpse.
You are just a grave domain fucking cleric, aren't you?
No, I
think
just have
he's looking
access
at,
to a fuck
Yeah,
ton of
he's
spells.
looking at all the cleric spells. So clerics have basically the domain over curing necromancy and destroying necromancy.
Damn. Well, let's go.
I can detect.
Let's go
the-
see the mayor.
Okay. I mean, what would we be going there to talk to him
Getting a decent fucking idea.
Like the whole conversation with them was was them saying, so it's up to you guys. You come up with something and you do it. And you're like, all right, and everyone seemed perfectly fine with that. And now no one can come up with anything. It's like, okay, cool, let's go.
We've come up with lots of ideas. The problem is they all involve us either raiding essentially
suck.
Fort Knox, burning the house down, killing everyone, or
I'm just saying.
I just want to point out,
Deal all of his money.
the manor didn't actually look that defendable. It was just a fucking stone manor in the middle of a field.
no, but he's got a small fucking army defending it, and we have 4 people who are arguably good at our jobs.
And a dog.
And how many of those did you actually see at the manor when you went and scouted
I
it?
don't fucking know, like 5.
Well, I don't know how many were on the outside because Serena never actually told us what
No,
she saw
she just
outside
kind of went
them.
on a fucking vision quest,
She
and
went
then
and There was some talk about flowers later on. I don't know. So we know how many we saw inside because there was at least 4 inside. Because I remember there being 2 at the door. One came from inside and took us upstairs.
well,
and
that was
another
the
one in
butler.
the room. with
I
him,
don't think
wasn't
he's gonna put up much
there?
of
No,
a fight.
but
Hang
but
on.
the butler came through with another
That's
one.
true.
While Serena stayed outside and sort of tried to scout the perimeter. So I don't know, and we never got numbers from how many people were patrolling. When we were there earlier, we saw a couple of people patrolling and outside of doors, and then the sort of taskmastery people. Like, it's still, with the numbers that we can see and we know, it's still going a 2-to-1 against us, at least. And judging by the number of beds and things that were in that apparent barracks, you'd be more along the lines of 3-to-1,
Right.
which isn't really odds that work.
Maybe we could set the barracks on fire, cause them to rush towards the barracks to figure out what's going on over there, then infiltrate the manor.
I could set it on fire.
So are we going with the killing Headley sort of plan then?
I guess.
What else are we infiltrating the manor? Because otherwise, what else are we infiltrating the manor for?
I want more money, to be honest, from this rich guy. I'm cool with still
Oh,
from this rich guy.
hang on. Whoa. Hang on. Sorry, Mr. Moral High Ground.
Don't try it.
you were all for. We need to go do this because he has slaves, and he needs to die because he has slaves. When did
And
money come in
stealing,
suddenly?
and stealing all of his money means he basically has nothing to to keep his slaves on.
Don't try it,
Why
Anakin.
do
I
you
have the
need-
moral
why-
high
why-
ground.
So actually, rather
Stealing
than
from a bad man is okay.
It's still against the
Oh.
law, and it's still stealing.
hang on. So why would you rather just rob him blind than get rid of him once and for all?
I mean, I
How
want
does
to do
that?
that
How
too.
does that work with your contract?
I didn't say that. I said I want to steal from him. I didn't say I didn't want to kill him.
No, you didn't
rather-
say you want to steal from
Oh
him.
my
You said
God.
I want to make more money off of this guy.
Suddenly, tavern
sounds like
explodes, full
extortion.
TPK.
Because if you take all of this guy's money, obviously money is a huge thing for him, demoralizing him and making him like
Right, that's fine. What you actually said.
He's not going to be very
Well, what, like-
demoralized with a knife through his throat.
No, what
Hey,
you actually said
robbing
was
him would
I
demoralize
want.
him.
Yes, but what you said was you wanted to make more money off of him.
exactly
Which-
making more money off him, which would
Which does what?
demoralize him.
No, that's not how that works.
Yes, it does.
The party is falling apart. Mum, Dad, stop fighting.
No, there's a difference between robbing the bastard blind and taking his money and making money off of him. Making money off of him means doing jobs for him so he pays us more, extorting more money out of him for jobs and things like that, so that he has to pay us more, right? That's what making more money off of a person means. You're essentially like, I'm totally fine with extorting this guy out of money and actually working for him to make more money from this as a resource, rather than just
obviously,
murdering
I
him and getting rid of it.
misspoke in this situation, but I meant I want to take all of his money, so that way I can demoralize him, and then when we do kill him, it's even worse for him, because what he has done with slaves is just horrible, and
So you
killing
want
him
this
would
to
be too quick for him.
So you want this to be very slow and very painful. I see.
Ah!
Isn't that a little... Well, that's
Well,
what you
we've
just said you wanted to
discovered
start
that
with.
lawful
Belhan
evil.
does
That's what
not
I'm thinking.
have a good fucking alignment.
Yeah. It's like, actually, he deserves to suffer for what he's done. Cool, so you want his death to be
Yes.
slow and painful, and you want him to have the shame of doing this, that, and this. Okay. Are you
Well,
sure
have a
you're a good guy? Mr. Moral High
At
Ground?
least,
Are
if I was
you
gonna
sure you're a
kill-
good guy?
No, I've never professed to be a good guy.
Very
Have
frank
I?
with it. No one deserves a long,
You had
torturous
you
death.
had an awful lot of things to say about virtuous stuff earlier.
Well,
see-
that
you
was a
seem to
fucking
be a-
animal, and
You
he
see-
was cute as fuck.
It's a fox. It's vermin. You kill them and get rid of them.
They were
I
weird.
wouldn't go as far as
Is
say
our cleric
foxes.
secretly a druid?
They are, depending where you are. If you're a farmer, a fox is vermin.
yeah.
All it does is kill you.
Is
It's situational.
is our hunter actually a politician?
No, our hunter is just realistic about the natural balance of.
Hmm.
If something
Perfectly
fills a role,
balanced, as things should be.
Ugh.
Mr. Ezra, I don't feel so good.
It's getting dark. Light is fading.
So,
We're going to.
I'm gonna go set the barracks on fire.
That's on fire.
is that what you are doing?
I have no idea at this point.
Let's go talk to the mayor.
Because the plan to kind of quietly
At the very least,
quietly recon anything goes to shit because people try and talk to every problem rather than actually looking at it. And then as soon as it comes to a point of, okay, this is the plan, let's murder the guy and get rid of the issue, it turns into, actually, no, let's extort him. Like, where the fuck has this come from?
I never you motherfucker. Fuck you.
God, language.
What is this language?
Okay, but perhaps we should probably talk to the mayor, and if we do go with the burn down plan, we should at least give him a heads up so he doesn't start freaking out about
You know
the place
what?
of being on fire.
Do you know what?
At this point, the
Gotta go.
guards walk in and arrest all of us because we've been openly discussing this in a pub.
No, I've got to go walk the yard for dog poop. I'm gonna let you guys discuss what you want to do.
Okay.
Oh god, I'll be back.
We'll still be talking. We've been at this for 45 minutes.
God, is
I
that
figured.
session.
No, we've been at this for
I was tempted to say that, sorry, but
the other 40. The other 45 was more of us talking in general.
I have discovered that thaumaturgy is not a thing in Pathfinder.
Thaumaturgy.
Our talking in general stopped at 8:30. No, 9:30 our time, which was
Yep.
41 minutes.
And the stream's been going for 44 minutes. So, give or take, we've
But
been
hey-ho.
going for about half an hour on this.
What? Right. Fairly simple plan. We're supposed to depose this, solve the issue of this nobleman trying to be against the mayor, right?
Yes.
We
So-
could always depose his power base by turning the other nobles against him.
We could,
Ow.
if you want to
could.
be taught, if you want to do the talking and the whole sort of politicking kind of side of things and persuasion, then yes, we could.
My question is not whether or not he'd do it. I'm pretty sure he'd try to do it anyways, even if it is hard.
We could also. I mean,
These noble landowners who
what-
are probably doing the same exact thing to their servants that
Yeah.
Headley's doing to his. What are you going to say to them that would make them turn against him?
He's a shape changer.
Do you have proof?
No,
That's
but he
not gonna
doesn't
work.
have proof that the mayor is either. He's got one
Yeah, but when
shaky
it comes-
testimonial of a 12-year-old.
Yeah, but listen to this. When you have word against word, they're going to go against the person they trust and know, not 4 strangers that wandered into town and suddenly want to start.
Oh, I think you'll find that they probably don't trust him either.
No,
we're
but
gonna money
but
argument.
they're going to trust him more than us.
yeah. They're prone to quote unquote trust Headley more than us. Also, another issue that might pop up if we kill Headley would be the fact that someone might just take his place within his own organization.
Which
The
is
people who work
why
for him might go up.
which is why we need to kill him with enough. Well, the thing is, the information we've had in the past has been him being the driving force behind stirring the other nobles up.
Wait.
Right.
Going back to the he's a changer thing, if we can get one of the other changers to pretend to be him, we're one of their spy spots.
But then we still have the whole issue of who's going to pretend to be whatever that changer is pretending to be.
I have some ideas
have-
about that.
Does not have to be for a whole day.
No, I know.
Well,
Just
one
like during that sort of thing, because to set that up for some period of time, you're assuming that the change is going to be taking Headley's place. We're still going to have to get rid of Headley
No.
for them to be able to see.
I don't mean like he's taking his place permanently.
No, I know.
Get one of their spies to see Headley quote unquote change.
Yes.
I mean, we don't even
Well,
need
okay,
to
so
have
what
that
about- what about
person have one of them actually do it. We can literally pay someone.
But what about the massive volume of people that will know that Headley isn't and are spending time with Headley when this one spy says, "Hey, I saw him change into such and such a while ago." So we
Also,
have to
but-
get Headley somewhere out of the way and away from the people anyway, so that he didn't have an alibi and he didn't have, well, no, these people were with me and they didn't.
Also,
Is what I'm saying.
What about the slaves?
Well, we don't know they're even slaves. The guy had one bruise and was just tired. That, if I'm brutally honest, in feudal, wherever the hell we are,
Wait.
is that's kind of how farmhands and stuff get work.
Okay, I misheard because from my understanding, I thought you guys were very sure that they were slaves.
We weren't
Never mind.
certain,
No,
but
it was,
the evidence pointed towards it.
yeah, but
I would say
equally,
there's a
it depends entirely
70% chance.
It depends entirely on the definition that Red's running with, if we're honest.
What?
'Cause to me,
doth be slavery?
that sounds very much like regular workers in that particular period. But that may well be, what Red's working as a standard for slaves.
Or it might be like debt owning or something like
Yeah,
that.
in indentured servitude is still slavery.
Yeah, no, but I'm just like,
But if we do, so yeah, like going back to your point, Serena, if we do get one of their spies to see Headley, then it means that we have to either isolate Headley while that happens, so that no one else can see Headley where he actually is. Does that make sense? So that there's less,
I
so that he
understand where
doesn't
you're
have
coming
an
from
alibi.
with that, but how many people were with Headley at any given moment?
2.
That's what I
maybe.
mean. We'd have to find out, and 2, we'd likely have to kind of
snoop
make
around.
sure he wasn't with anyone during a point in time. So if you could find a time when he isn't actually with anyone, then yes, we could totally have one of the changers, so to speak, pretend to be him somewhere and turn and change forms in front of one of their spies. But there's a lot of there's a lot of variables and a lot of planning in that.
Also, if we have that happen, it also further proves that there are changers in this town, which might, might
Might damage the
embolden-
position of the mayor and things. That's true.
Yeah.
Might make it worse. I
Yeah.
think I think the best option is probably just getting rid of Headley, but do it whether it means mounting his head on a pike or something like that as an example, so that everyone else goes, "Oh fucking hell, I wouldn't want to go the way he went."
But what about us? So I want to do that, but I'm also thinking at this point, like,
Belen's right.
What will
We need
happen
to do
when-
it in a way that doesn't implicate us.
frame us, because they know that we're working with the mayor.
No, they know that we
He
came
knows
here on the
what-
mayor's request.
He knows that we came here on the mayor's request,
Exactly.
but
And
he's
who-
going to be
who-
dead.
But who knows who he's told?
Probably no one.
Because I don't know about you, he's probably told one or two people. The way he got that information, most likely got that same information from any other noble.
If we could get lucky,
That-
if we could get really lucky, there'd be an orc warband nearby, and we can just direct them towards head.
What is this,
Or into
Warhammer?
something else.
What are we, the Elder?
And
I mean, that actually,
I do have pointy ears.
Shapeshifts into an Elder.
I know, but I feel like the orcs would also kill regardless and wouldn't just be aimed at certain people. They would probably kill anyone, so
Orcs are not necessarily
Really?
stupid.
that's
They're not the
That's
brightest
true.
bulbs in the
it's,
pack,
it's,
but
it's an idea. But
Yeah.
if we're who we are, assuming, even if there are orcs who want to do
Actually,
this, there's a good chance they kill
Changers.
anyone.
The changers could shape into orcs and make it look like those in orc grade.
and get killed.
Yeah, but then they'd have to, and then get killed. They don't like if there's
I'm not
enough
saying
of them.
that- I'm not saying that they attack head on. While we infiltrate the manor, they cause a ruckus pretending to be orcs.
And then all the mercenaries go towards where that's going on. and kill them all.
Doubtful.
That's on them for being fast enough getting away. But it still gives the illusion that orcs were the ones who attacked him and might have gotten in to kill Headley.
I don't know. I feel like it's a little too dangerous because the mercenaries are too much around, and
Whatever we're going to do, it's going to be dangerous. Because
no, but dangerous for
Well,
them.
we could just leave.
I don't care about
We could
me.
say fuck it and leave.
At this point, it's just like I don't want the people who were trying to help here
That is.
to have a fucking issue.
Serena brings
No,
up a good
we're not
point.
trying to help the changers. We're only trying to help the mayor, and the mayor only.
The mayor of Sandpoint specifically,
Right.
she asked us to come over here and help.
Right. And we came here to do a job for the mayor.
But Serena
the
does bring
mayor,
up a good
I'm
point.
pretty sure.
We haven't considered
No.
the easiest option, that is, walk away.
oh no, I have. I've been considering constantly. That's why I walked away from the bar.
That's fair.
I took a job to deal with some goblins.
Which we've still not done.
Yeah, which we still haven't done. While we're sitting here talking about this, there are probably still goblins harassing that town.
Less now. We killed off their temple,
I-
but the problem will still probably persist.
I mean, I still don't like leaving that town, and I don't know why we came here.
Because the
be honest.
mayor of Sandpoint asked us for help and offered to pay us to do it.
Yeah, no, I know.
I know, but if the help is to okay, cool. So there's a difference between can you go and help my friend and can you help depose this lord who actually is ensconced with an awful lot of soldiers and is hiring more.
That brings us to the other question. Does the mayor of Sandpoint know the mayor of Nybor is actually a shape changer? And is she a shape
Is
changer
that-
herself?
Is that relevant?
Is that our
Yeah,
problem?
is that relevant?
I'm just
We-
saying,
we
if
don't
we
need-
return to her and she said, "Did you help my friend?" we can say, "Your friend's a shape changer. Did you know that?"
And which response she could either go, yes, I did. What business is it of yours? Or how does that change anything? Is she still not? You could, like wideball it and hope that she's a racist. And
I'm not
when you
saying
say that
she's
to her,
a
she goes, "Oh my
racist.
god, I can't believe I've been dealing with such a person." But
I
like,
don't know about
if
you.
it's your,
Bill, scum.
that's
How
like
dare
there,
he?
there is.
that's like someone coming to me and say, "Oh my god, did you know Merrick's ginger?" You're like,
Yes, I did.
Yes, I do. I couldn't give a shit. I know gingers have no souls.
That's
Spend 5 minutes around him, you discover that
that's
anyway.
why he gravitates to Garfield, who's also a ginger.
Yeah. But
They travel
like
in
it,
herds.
it doesn't make any fucking difference. Like saying, "Do you know your friend's a shape changer?" has about as much weight as you going.
Well, the point I'm bringing up is she may not like the fact that, she may have been lied to about the person who she was friends with for the past, 10 years or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest. We really shouldn't even be focusing on the other mayor at this point because I don't think that's gonna do anything for us.
That's why we're here. We're
I know,
here because of
Why
her.
are we here? It's one of life's great
We're here
mysteries.
because we're supposed to get. We're here because we're supposed to get paid for helping the town mayor who wants us to dispose a noble lord.
Didn't she say 1,000 gold?
Is that the amount?
I think so. I could have been wrong.
And if we dispose of the lord violently, we get to also steal all his loot. More money.
I'd be okay with that.
But it's not gonna be a long, drawn-out death, Mr. Cleric.
I
If
mean, it
that's
doesn't
your
need
real name.
And I didn't mean to torture the guy. I just meant to steal all of his money, which would suck for him and make him,
I mean,
I'm sure
demoralized.
he's
tortured a
got
guy
it
before.
insured. I'm sure he's got tons of
Have
money
I?
sequestered in some secret vault
So is
somewhere,
you guys.
and us stealing
No.
from his manor won't put a dent
That
in
was
it.
your...
He's not going to keep it under his bed, like in a sock.
No, it's
I
very
wouldn't
true.
like to go
No, he's
into
probably
his
not.
socks, I'll be honest.
That's kind of why I wanted to figure out where his money was.
And the only way we can do that is ask him, and I think he'll be a bit suspicious if we ask him, where do you keep your money?
Or
or
follow-
break in.
Or follow his money.
Breaking in is going to be tricky, because if we do it during the day, there's more chance of being spotted. If we do it during the night, there's more chance that more mercs are on patrol.
Okay, here's a question. Do we have any way to? I don't have any way of doing this, but do we have any way of making an item that we can track without seeing it? Can any of you track items without knowing exactly where it is?
I'm just going to sort of point to Jonas. You go, yes.
He's a little big to hide. Not gonna
No,
lie.
I know. I'm just saying that that's the kind of way I can do it.
Right, and what I'm saying is, if we want to take the money, because ultimately, money is useful for us no matter what. So, if we can take all of his money and figure out where it is, that's going to be useful for us. Now, what I will say is, if we figure out his flow of money, we can follow where that money leads, and eventually, that money's going to lead to wherever he stores most of his money,
Or to someone he's paying.
or someone's paying. But either way, I partially feel like that's gonna be more productive than, or I feel like that's gonna show us a little more. I don't know, Either way, I feel like something will happen from it, or follow a big group of money. Because obviously that will eventually go to a bigger, way of storing it.
I
Right?
mean, if we're gonna do something, we need to decide on doing it relatively soon, because our free trip back to back to Sandpoint leaves the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are on a timescale with this. If
Okay.
we're like the simplest and easiest way to get rid of him is to kill him.
You're absolutely right. At this point, I feel like it's too complicated to go after the money.
He might just
We
have a
don't
vote.
We don't
We
don't
now-
have time.
If our plan's to infiltrate, are we going to disguise this infiltration as anything else other than infiltration?
I mean, burning down the barracks will draw some attention, but not much.
That would be.
Well, yeah, like we can set a distraction of certain parts of the place, but if we
Yeah.
do break in, then we can just try and burgle the place.
Make it a regular
The-
burglary.
The
Yeah.
easiest option is to make it look like the workers rose up. is that some
Alright.
of the workers and
So
or
we're
slaves
going back to
did it
peasant
on his
level.
No, but not actually doing it. We just pin it on them and then leave.
I don't.
And I know the cleric's going to have issue with that, but
If the mercs aren't being paid, they're not likely to stay.
Yeah.
No.
And if they're
I know.
the person who was paying them is dead, they're not likely to be paid. So they're probably not going to seek retribution. They'll probably just pilfer the house and leave.
Yeah, it's more to get blame off our back.
Yeah.
So how do we? So another question then: if we're going to do that, how do we pin his death on the peasant?
That's why I was going with the changes to pretend to be orcs plan.
No. The change, incorporating the changes in this wouldn't work because they want us to do it for them. The mayor wants us to do it for them, and we assume they're working with the mayor. So
They're already in it.
I know, but they don't want to
We're
do
going to
anything that puts them in
If we're
danger.
going to do this for them, they need to pull their weight as well.
No, they don't. That's what
They
they
need to pull their weight
They
as well.
hired us.
Pick up a fucking
That's-
sword and
that's
come
like-
help us, you cunts.
That's like going.
I'm
I've
not
paid
debating-
someone to clean my house, who then
Yeah,
turns up and
I'm
goes,
not-
"Well, you need to start cleaning as well because I'm not doing it on my own."
I'm
Exactly.
not. Are we being paid by them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the mayor
actually,
of this town. The mayor.
Oh,
the
we're
mayor
being
of this
paid by
town.
the mayor Sandpoint, who we have absolutely no idea if she has any relation to them whatsoever.
but we're
But didn't the whole conversation that Bellin had at the barn involve them also saying yes, we'd give you compensation for this?
I cannot remember.
Admittedly,
Yeah.
Erland wandered off and sat by a well, but I thought the long ass conversation that was had there was along the.
I cannot remember. I was watching some dude.
Yes, we would most likely, yeah, because we're basically working for the mayor of this town, which we are technically been told and being paid for to work for him.
Would our reward
Meaning
be a
we're working
pardon?
for the rest of the group. It's like telling, it's like
No, 'cause
it's like talking to a leader of a group. I only work for that leader of the group, but like any of his people that that works with him, we absolutely ignore. We can't do that. We basically have to group them all together and treat the entire group as we're working for that entire group at this point, because at this point, from everything we've seen, they're all working together anyway. So we work for one, we're basically working for the rest. Now, we take orders from one, but that's it. So right now, we shouldn't involve the rest of them. Because at this point, they don't want that. That's why we're here. So, the question still stands. How are we going to
How do we want to
pin
do
this
this?
on someone? How, who do we want to pin this on?
The other nobles.
Other
How-
nobles? But, yeah.
Causing
just do it on the
infighting
peasants,
amongst the
it's
other
easier
nobles
there
would
also.
destabilize them and stop them from taking over in the power vacuum.
Okay,
I mean-
so do we know what any of the nobles look like or are called or
We
whatever?
don't even know
Haven't a
where their
fucking clue.
plantations are.
We
Yeah.
could.
But we could find out.
We could find that information.
We can
not
find
that
out,
hard.
but then we're going. Do you really want to walk all the way back to
But-
Sandpoint?
No,
But-
that's what I mean. It's like
We
it's
don't
a
have
case
time
of
to
we
do
can't.
that.
Yeah, we don't have time to pin it on the nobles. The only reason like pinning it on the peasants makes sense is because they are there.
That's
they're
what I'm
there
saying.
already, and they're there in the immediate area. Pinning
We
it on the
pin-
nobles involves us also understanding.
Right, we pin it on the other nobles' servants. Then
No,
That-
that's why.
Okay.
Why?
Look, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice my father gave me once when I was just a wee lass.
When they were just a wee lass
called-
back in the old home country.
It's called.
Go and get me a drink
It's
before I
called
beat you
Kiss.
sense.
It's called Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Like, why?
You had a loving
Just explain to me. Just explain to me really quickly why going and pinning it on the nobles themselves is more complicated than going to the other nobles and pinning it on their servant.
How do you propose
going
to
to them,
pin
we're
it
just
on the peasants anyway? What, just leave his body there with a pitchfork stuck in it?
That's what I was going to say was how do we pin it on the peasants? That was the only
Okay.
bit that I thought we needed to work on was how do we pin it on the peasants that he has on his own land,
Best way
not
to pin
getting
it
other
on the-
people's involved.
best way to pin it on the peasants would be after we kill him, we bash the doors open, or make it look like they're bashed open, but we can't burgle the place, so the peasants would be inclined to steal stuff for themselves.
Okay, that makes sense. That's fairly simple, fairly easy. All right, so go kick doors in, murder them, and then basically just point the peasants at it and say, "House is free reign. Go for it."
We still haven't talked. Okay.
We would have to deal with the mercenaries in some way to
Alright.
get in there, I reckon.
Yeah,
Probably
which is where the
sneak in.
distract.
That's where the fire comes in, yes?
That's what I was going to say. That's where the distraction comes in. You set fire to something, they all run off. We murder one or two on the way in. And if we have to come back and maybe bludgeon them with blunt things or skewer one with a pitchfork or something so it looks like he's been murdered by...
I say, yeah, this works. At this point, let's keep it simpler, I guess.
Yeah, I was just...
Let my hand
Alright.
the game plan. Let's go tell the mayor the game plan so he's not freaking the fuck out tonight.
Probably a good idea.
Apologies, I didn't expect it to be that big of a minefield out
It's
there.
okay, we spent the
Oh, no,
last 25
you've
minutes
only just
talking.
decided-
Ow!
You've only just
Yeah, that's
decided
okay.
because there have been some utterly retarded suggestions.
No, they were good suggestions if we had time.
There have been decent suggestions, yeah, if we had time.
So if you all come to a consensus...
Yeah, we're gonna set fire to the
Alright.
barracks, bust into the house, and murder Headley. That's pretty much the plan in a nutshell.
Plan you went with.
Yeah, the rest of the time was alternatives we were used. It's like, no, that's not simple enough. No, it's not quick enough. No, we don't have the time. No, that's ridiculous. Why would we even... Come on, Ezra, why would you bring up the whole sheep molestation thing? That's not going to happen.
Look, there are people in the south, well, southeast, no, wait, southwest, yeah, southwest of Sandpoint, that shag sheep. Around Cardiff area.
Are they called Welsh?
They are called Welsh. See, you know them.
Horrible.
I was under the impression that the Chateau Ishi was shagged. I think they shagged anything that moved.
Right. So, do we go and give the...
I believe we should tell them.
Fine, we'll tell the mayor. Because it's going to get very fucking busy and quite rowdy for the next hour or so.
Yeah, let's go tell him. You might not like us setting some fire, but whatever.
To be fair, it's something that Headley
We don't-
built.
The thing is, right, very much plausible deniability is a thing. The less we tell the mayor, the better. So it's essentially just a case of, beware, something's going to go down tonight, just so you know something's happening. Don't panic if it, right?
Yeah.
If you go in and say, this is our plan to do this, then it's like, what? Why are you telling me all this information when I should just be able to plausibly deny it?
Just say it was raiders and leave it at that.
Okay.
We
yeah,
we
let's
have
do
it on good authority. The peasants are the workers underneath under Headley are not in the best of minds and may perhaps seek action in the near
There's something in the water.
in the near immediate future. Had a tip off, it might be tonight.
Not the
Sort of
one who
thing.
does all talking.
What?
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 I mean, you've got the highest charisma along with me.
But see, I'm the angsty rogue, so I can't use any.
I can't be diplomatic. I'm angsty and edgy.
I can tell him. I can tell him.
You can only be diplomatic with thieves.
Doesn't require much. We just have to say that, hey, something's happening tonight. Don't worry about
That's
it.
all
and
it
leave.
is just hashing out a plan. If you want to be the one to go up and tell him, go for it, Serena. Why don't you?
Yeah.
It's literally just, this is what we need to tell him, isn't it? Is that what we're not doing?
Yeah, we're just saying, hey, something's going on. Alright.
Alright, so you're all heading over to the mayor's office.
Sure thing.
Yes.
Alright. The walk is short and uneventful because, God, you've been sitting in the tower for too
An
long.
hour.
The tavern.
I think we've beaten Critical Role in the amount of time they spend discussing things.
No. No, we haven't.
Really?
No.
No.
we have.
I doubt
We've
it.
come close, I reckon, though.
Doesn't matter. This is a different game. With different folk.
Maybe I should talk to him in Elvish. That way it doesn't look suspicious and I can get the point across.
Or I could talk to him
Let,
Dwarvish.
let me talk to this person in a foreign language so it doesn't look suspicious.
I've already spoken to him in Elvish, remember?
I could speak to him Dwarvish, maybe.
I mean, he probably
well, this-
understands it. However, the elven mayor, or half-elven mayor of this town, was he full elven or half-elven?
Half
I
elven.
don't test it,
He,
to be completely honest.
We might as well speak Infernal to him as well.
okay. I'm down with
Let's
that.
try everything. He might know Sylvan, you never know.
Probably.
No one else
I mean-
bloody does round here.
Fucking tree folk.
I don't go coming into your temples pissing all over the show. Don't you go pissing on...
I don't have any temples.
Boy.
Never needed any.
I thought the body was the temple, though.
She's an idiot.
All right. So you all go into the to see the mayor. You stop by the secretary, who motions for you to stop once seeing your group.
What's up?
Heads over to the office, and comes back out like not even 10 seconds later, and just sort of motions for you all to step into the office.
That adventuring party you hired is here. Send him in. Spits out drink. What the fuck are you doing here?
And so you all get ushered back into the mayor's office, and as soon as the first one of you steps through the door, he stands up and sort of nods to you.
We'll close the door behind us. It isn't already closed.
Yep,
I'm
it gets closed behind you.
imagining like a little PI thing where you just sort of open the door, look around, close the door, and then drop the blind over the glass window. Because that does so much.
We'll go on Sheep Shag.
Who are you talking to? The dwarf?
Yes, the dwarf is the sheep shagger. No, you're the one who brought it up.
No, that was Erland.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Mayor.
How do we get
It's
anything
good
done?
to see you.
Haven't.
Something.
I throw you into the situation.
Pretty much.
So
Oh
something's
my
gonna
god,
be
we are alpha. Sorry.
okay. So something's gonna be happening down tonight. Just want to give you a heads up. Don't worry about too much. Nothing. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't be surprised by it. But something's happening tonight. All right.
All right. Saying that makes me worry about it a bit, though.
All right. Cool. I turn around and ready to go. Is that it? That's literally all we have to say.
Totally not suspicious at all.
I look over. Can we leave now?
Fuck it.
Okay, and we leave. I assume, right? Unless Yerland or Ezra wants to say something. No? Okay, cool. We leave.
Nothing can follow that up. The less he knows, the more he worries.
I'm just gonna... Let's go.
I should go.
Let's get this train wreck over with.
Ready in my sparking fingers.
All right. You all step out, back out. The secretary had just begun to sit back down at her desk and just sort of looks up in confusion
Thanks, catch you later.
as you all just sort of file out of the room.
Thanks for firing us, asshole.
Really? The old cloak and dagger?
Who you wait? Who did you say that to?
The mayor as she was leaving.
No, I'm muttering.
Oh.
I'm muttering that so she can hear it.
The old cloak and dagger. Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, it's kind of spoiled by the tall bard going, really? The old cloak and dagger, eh?
I didn't
Openly,
say
like,
that out loud.
Yeah.
Didn't specify otherwise.
Okay.
Right then. Let's go set fire to something.
Do we scope the place out first? Maybe get a patrol pattern going?
I mean,
Sure.
Unless you just want to drink before the night starts.
I'm
I have a feeling this is gonna
perfectly
make us-
fine with drinking.
I have a feeling this is gonna make us all alcoholics by the end of this.
You weren't already?
That's for me to know and for you to find out. Never.
Edge! Careful, you could poke someone's eye out.
Edgelord.
Last time I checked, Edge isn't actually a weapon.
God damn it, Viking.
I
No,
mean,
but
if
it
you
comes
hit
on
someone
like
hard
that.
with one, it definitely does become one.
Different kind of edge.
So we've got a game plan for what we're gonna do. We got a game plan of what we're gonna do before that starts. Do we need to spend like 3 hours discussing that?
Yes. Back to the tavern for
We're just
more
gonna do it.
planning. To drive our DM insane.
Throw myself in the no.
I throw myself in the river. Fuck it. Let's be done with this.
You mean the lake?
Whatever.
Hmm.
Suddenly fireballs from everywhere. Full TPK.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
DM is sick of our shit.
No, I've just hired Thor to come over and have a party. That'll deal with you.
Why are you fighting your wife?
Wait, what?
What?
That's the first Thor movie, isn't it?
Don't-
Giant suit of armor with a laser beam for a face? This is his wife?
No.
No? The hell kind of a movie have you been seeing?
B movie,
I-
apparently.
I only watched the kind of abridged trailer, so
You're watching abridged stuff, Cybern.
My god.
You should know not to trust
Alright,
that.
are we waiting till tonight or just fucking it and doing it now?
Well, if Thursday tonight, on the grounds that if we're going to set fire to the barracks, we might as well at least try and get some of the people in. Actually, that's the point. What happens if it's the peasants in the back and they're all roasted alive?
Well, then Belhen feels like shit.
I was hoping we'd maybe,
I
not.
was going
not
to
do
make
that.
the
Oh.
assumption that you guys knew what type of barracks it was when you went in there.
I mean, it just looked like our description was there's beds and rooms, and it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
As-
No
The
armory?
description was, it looks like a quickly built building made out of just straight up wooden logs. The first floor didn't have any walls; it just had a kitchen, a fireplace, and a fucking whole bunch of tables.
And no spoons
And this-
anymore.
They don't really cutlery anymore.
No, they've still got knives and
And
forks.
upstairs is just
building-
rooms.
Just
You
hallways
don't
with
even
rooms.
the building we're about to set on fire is for the peasants and the mercenaries.
It'll work as a surprise for both of them.
For all we know, the mercenaries are staying in the manor.
It's the best. I
They
doubt
may-
that.
They may well
But
be.
it is the best surprise. Is one that nobody sees coming.
Why we might
Not even us.
on fire.
Fine, I can
Why
set the
don't we just set
forest
the
on
manor
fire.
on fire?
The manor is made of stone, you pillock.
I'm certain it has wooden support beams.
How do you think
I wanna know
castles
how
burn,
it's-
Viking?
They don't really. It's the roof and the
Yeah.
floors rather than the walls.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so we'd have to sneak in and then set fire to the floor, is what you're suggesting, Red. Cool. Right, so we either set fire to this convenient wooden building that has a load of beds in it that look like it was for housing a large volume of people, or we set fire to the floor of a building as we enter.
I have an idea. We set fire to the fields, make sure all the workers and/or watchers in the barracks come out, then set fire to the barracks to draw more people to there. Then we go in, where there's even fewer people there, murder up a bunch of mercs and fucking fat governors, and ride off into the sunset.
I haven't got a horse.
You got a dog.
To be fair, your dog is like 6'5" at the fucking elbow. So
No, he's only the same height as me. Like what? Like it's not that. It's just a fucking big.
the dwarf can ride him.
He hasn't got a saddle. He hasn't got anything.
Would you like to go to the stables then and prepare your dog horse?
I was about to say, it wouldn't be the first time Ezra rode something bareback.
You're not wrong, but shush.
I need ear bleach. I need ear bleach. Why is God
Alright.
taunting me?
Ezra's used to just riding stuff sidestepping and stuff.
God's taunting this entire shit show of hilarity.
I am used to riding anything, pretty much. Within reason.
Wait. Riding anything or getting rid by anything?
No, I think he's a top.
There's a very big difference between the two.
Always top, darling.
Because
It is true. After all, the slag's the one that rises to the top.
Wait, what's a slag?
I'm just glad we don't have any
It's when
staggers and jacks.
you're forging iron and stuff. The slag rises to the top.
Ah, fair enough then.
Mm.
Right.
Right then, let's set the fields on fire.
It's not an ideal solution, but it'll draw more people out.
Oh, it's just fucking do
Again,
it.
you said
We're
barracks.
doing
I
it.
was under the
That's it.
assumption that
We're
they
just
were
gonna do it.
barracks.
Doing it
No,
right
we'll
now.
wait till night. Do you guys do it right now? I'm just gonna. There's convenient water here. I'm just.
We need the entire party for this. I mean, I'm great, and these two are okay, but we can't take on 70 mercs by ourselves.
I would say something, but at this point, I don't want to start anything.
We need our rogue
Whatever
for
it is.
this.
Do we?
Probably.
Actually, kind of. I feel like the rogue probably be the best in straight. To be honest, I thought you shitty ass mother, do this kind of shit. Like you do shitty shit, right? Like you seem
I
pretty
think-
shitty.
That's very profilist of you.
Oh, I'm sorry. As the one that keeps sneaking off and saying, yes, I'll do the one that sneaks around the back end of this building. Where are you going? Well, we could always break in, as the suggestion comes from this apparent charisma rogue, whose charisma is so strong it isn't you.
Because she's got edge
Such
instead.
such concentrated and dried charisma that it's been honed to a razor.
It turns out I have a racial. I just recently found I have a racial ability called Knife Tongue.
Wow, she literally
So
has
edge for your edge.
You want some more edge with your edge?
I don't know if we can take any more edge.
Oh, give it time, darling.
Why has she become so flamboyant all of a sudden? Oh, give it time, darling. Don't worry. More edge is inbound. Right, are we waiting till tonight to do it, or are we doing it? It's probably going to be easier to set things on fire tonight.
That is so clearly what fucking Serena's username would be if she was playing something like.
Xbox.
Yeah, that's her Xbox Live game.
Wait, no, you forgot the Halo Reach clan tag.
Ah, sorry.
It would be MLG, definitely.
No, the clan tag would be this.
Oh, God. Arguably, much worse. Right, so are we doing this tonight, or are we doing this now?
It's just
Tonight.
Tonight.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look for a patrol in the pattern, so maybe we'll have a better chance of avoiding them tonight.
Right, you skulk off.
Speaking of patrols, how many did you see around that place last time we were there?
This is a good point.
How many did I see, Red?
This thing that happened 12 weeks ago for us.
Oh, God. There were patrols of 2. There were 3 of them just sort of wandering about through the fields, not even really at the edges of
So
them,
that's 6.
Right, so I saw it
in like a rough
people.
circle.
I saw at most 6 people. There are probably more.
8 with the 2 at the front.
Are we even certain he has 70 mercs under his employ?
That's what... Well, between him and the other nobles, that's what the mayor said. Around 70. But he
We've been
has the
severely
most.
severely overestimating him, haven't we?
I mean, he's a fat governor in a Wild West town.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the woods near his place, and I'm going to just watch the patrols.
I'm going to go get drunk.
I wish. Okay. So, do we wait until the night? Do we want to do anything before the night comes?
Facepalm,
Except for-
apparently.
Fred, you designed an encounter that's too hard for us.
We're not morally ambiguous, we're assholes, and we don't know who to be an asshole to.
Alright, for the next one, I'm putting the fucking bumpers up.
Okay.
Because you child need them.
We need a fucking strike here, man. We keep getting spares.
You keep missing
That's
entirely.
true.
I get the feeling there's so much that has happening in this town that we just completely ignored. Just go for the bluntest possible option.
Yeah. We're gonna set fire to the field, set fire to a bloody barracks, and then go and stab the guy.
So we're
You give us a time limit of 2 days, and you give us vague information. We're gonna go with the simple option. It's like cool.
Once again, we are
Yeah,
alpha.
just alpha mentality. We could do all these sneaky, smart shit, but we're just gonna bash the door in with a rock and then beat him to death with it.
Well, okay, no. Not bashing the door in loudly. We're going to break it and kill it, then make it look like the doors were bashed. Stick a pitchfork or some hoe or a sickle in.
Hey, I'm not going in him.
I would.
Not that kind
Hell,
of.
Viking.
I'm going to cut it off.
I prefer the term
I swear to
courtesan.
God,
Wait, would he like that though?
Oh, cutting it off.
that's a very good point.
I mean,
He's thinking about it.
you'd have to. That means you'd have to handle it.
I'll just get some spiders to do it. I'm sure I know someone who has a handle animals check.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
I'm going to sneak up behind Serena and set her cloak on fire.
That won't go well for you.
Probably
You
not.
won't be able to find her because she spends the entire time invisible and sneaking about.
Yeah. That's true. Right, are we going to just fucking time jump to
Yes, we'll just time jump tonight.
awesome.
So, it's late. You want it to be like more midnight or just sort of like what?
Yeah, midnight sounds good. 2 hours before
Okay.
midnight. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Sort of, it's just gotten dark. About an hour into
Hopefully it's
darkness or
not
so.
Hopefully it's not a full moon tonight.
Oh shit, if it is, we're gonna get a
No.
fucking reveal of someone.
No, it's not a full moon tonight.
Suddenly, violating starts.
You say that, but Skinwalker Ranger.
Wait, what?
Hmm? Don't worry, he's not done yet. He will be soon, though.
Well, your 9th character. At this point, you could populate the entire Knights of the Round Table by yourself.
With very awkward characters that actually don't mesh well with each other.
That's fine. Right, so I have spent the past, 8 hours drinking.
Yep,
So this will go
pretty
well.
much.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Been repeating the facepalming over and over and over again.
Runic has ate his 3rd bowl of
doing?
gruel.
No, I've eaten enough. I've had too many.
No, I'm cutting myself off. Too many.
Oh, I know what. We should fill a bowl full of gruel and throw it at his face.
I mean, what you do in your own time is not my business, but keep that weird shit away. I was just gonna stab him, but I mean, if you really want to slather him up in gruel and do shit to him, like, go for it. As long as I'm not there, you're all good.
Oh, Ezra, when you're setting the barracks on fire, be sure to steal a pitchfork or a scythe or something.
I mean, that'll probably be at the tool shed, but I can have a look.
Just, we'll need one.
Just the one?
Do you want to carry like 50 around?
Without a bag of holding? Not particularly. I'm already carrying 15 spoons. We could kill him with spoons.
Okay. Are we going to create a new serial killer where his MO is to shove spoons down someone's throat?
We did discuss that, actually, that our calling card would be a shitty spoon.
We discussed leaving a shitty spoon behind, not jamming it down somebody's throat.
Fine. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, let's do. Okay. Fair. I don't care anymore.
So we're going to become the spoon killers. I like it.
Whoa, hang on. Any more? Wow, that implies you did it. What?
All she cares about is the flowers, man. It's been like 24 hours since she was at the flower place.
That's true. She's obviously getting withdrawal. We need to buy her a bunch of flowers or something.
Yeah, let her know
Yeah,
that we
but-
care. Even just a little bit.
Get her some lilies so that she can murder people. You know, people that die like lilies.
Oh, that's Belen.
Damn it! I wish I had some torches to set the nearest flower field on fire.
I'm going to do that with my fingers. You jealous?
I mean, I understand that you want to dry them and preserve them, but
What
there
the-
are better ways than
God
doing
damn
it.
it.
We're gonna fucking get there, and she's got 52 daisy chains made. Right then.
Sorry, trying to reconnect on my computer and it won't let me.
That's alright.
Um,
So I will make my way to the woods where we were before.
All right, everyone else going?
I think
Mhm.
Serena's already there, isn't she?
And so she was scouting out during the daytime. Don't know where she is.
I'm right behind you. Hello.
Oh, what a surprise!
You never let that damn thief out of sight. Right then. To the forest we go!
All right. So you all head out there. It's, well, it's easy to get out there. It's just down the road. You just sort of drop off the road before you actually get to the manor, and you sneak off into the woods. Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Yeah, boy, the first roll of tonight. After an hour and a half of talking. And now for Jotner, switch the entire character sheet to get there.
Yeah, it's just like that's the time delay between the two. Is like fucking hang on with the,
Bellin, do you need Red to do one for you?
no. What I need to roll?
Stealth.
Sorry. Stealth. I can do that.
What the fuck? Why is Bellin inside Runic?
Sorry, what?
That's a question I would like answered as well.
What are you on about?
I clicked a button, then Bellin went inside Runic.
Bell?
That's
Mhm.
can I request you destroy that button because that's not something I want to happen in future.
Well, now Viking red.
Oh, are you dragging the names inside of each other?
Oh, is that what it is? No, I was just clicking it and then put you underneath somebody. I'm trying to see if that was a drop-down menu. It is.
Right.
All
Bellin
right.
actually
So
got the worst stealth out of everyone. That's a surprise.
He is. He is a dwarf.
Yep.
You get
Wait,
there,
what?
and there's a couple of Ellen.
Couple of Bellins. Oh, we've lost Bellin.
Is his internet dying?
I think it might be.
I think his computer's disagreeing with the.
Interesting. Deja vu.
Deja vu.
No,
God.
my mother just asked me if I cleared the yard, which she asked me not even 5 minutes ago.
There we go.
Does your mother have dementia?
No,
Are you in
Not
fact a
yet.
slacker? So she's gone upstairs, looked at it, and gone, "That's not clear."
Oh shit, extortionist.
No.
Thank you for the. Fuck, I don't know. It didn't say, it was just a line.
You magnanimous tit.
thank you for the. I don't know how much I got.
10. 15. Thank you for the 15 bits. It just
God damn
came
it,
as a
Viking.
fucking line. It normally says a number.
Oh, he did a whole bunch of ones.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as.
That's all you're worth, Viking. Just loose
It's
ones.
almost as bad as Soviet. Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the people subscribing. Accidental sass. Right, where were we? Oh yes, Red is in the Matrix.
Maybe. I don't know.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. Right, where were we?
Neo, you are the one.
Alright, G-Man.
Rise and shine, Mr. Viking. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job.
Which I have been. Is Red worrying
What the
about
hell is going
battle
on?
map or something? We're waiting for you, fuck knuckle.
Yeah, we have an. You were about to say we had an encounter?
Yeah.
No.
What was going
We
on?
just arrived
No,
in the forest.
okay,
We rolled a
You
stealth
just
check.
gotten there. Yes. I was waiting for people to stop bullshitting again. I should stop doing that. Alright. So, you've gotten into the woods. Both Ezra and Ireland are fairly familiar with them now. And you can see out into the field a bit. There's a bit of moonlight, but not much. It's coming and going. It's a decently cloudy night. There's a couple people moving out there. Can't quite make them out. You can just about make out the glint off of some metal reflecting in the moonlight off of them, so probably guards, but besides that, the fields are just slowly moving in the wind.
Excellent. Alright, are we sure about this? Nice wind effect.
Yes, just set fire to it. Get on with
Spirit
it.
of God,
I want
if
to
you
leave.
back out of this now.
Okay.
As various non-existent gods.
So we're setting fire to the field, then the bar, then the barracks, and then
Right, I'm going
Then
to...
the house. Then the house whilst we're inside.
That sounds good.
no. Before we leave, we set fire to the
Why
house.
are we setting fire to the fucking
That's-
house? Stop changing the plan.
Hitting this on the peasants.
We were never going to set fire to the house.
You've changed the plan. I pray you don't change it again.
Oh, and be on the lookout for pitchfork
Salmon.
size and other farming tools.
Cool. First I'll go and set fire to the fucking thingy. So I'll sneak over to the, I'm assuming, like, wheat field. And
Yes.
set fires using spark in multiple different points. So it will spread quicker. And hope to God it's not
Alright.
rained in the past 10 hours.
Well,
It does actually take a little bit to catch, but eventually it does catch and it starts a couple small fires, then they grow, then it starts spreading, and quickly you have to run out of the field before it catches you.
Yeah, I'm going to then sneak around past the hedge where we went the other day. Well, earlier this morning,
Alright.
thinking about it.
So, as the fire starts to get bigger and bigger, you hear shouts of alarm from
Alarm!
both the manor
Alarm!
and the barracks that you're heading towards. And a whole bunch of people come running out. From the one in front of you, it looks like most of the workers are in there. You don't see any of like the taskmasters or guards or anything. Those all seem to be coming from the manor. And they're all running over towards the field,
Cool.
trying to do something to put it out.
Cool. Well, I'll wait like a minute, and then I'll set fire to the barracks. Once again, using spark.
All right.
I'm
So they,
There we go.
you're right there, Runic.
Yeah, like the gif I want to send for waking the guards waking up.
Good God.
Wait, what? Oh, her.
God.
She's an inventor like Colin Furs.
You gotta put that on. You gotta
Yes.
put that up there.
Just show it on the stream.
The guards being woken up.
God.
I know. I'm gonna move to try and stay out of the firelight.
So, compared to the fields, the building actually catches fairly quick. And the fire starts crackling up and going inside. And it takes a while, but eventually it's got a good amount of fire on it. It's starting to really burn. And you hear more shouts of alarm from over by the field where they're currently trying to contain the fire. And a good amount of the servants actually just run back immediately.
I'm going to sneak away, back past the hedge, back to the others, giggling like an idiot as I do it.
All right.
So are we? This is when we break into their house. Yes.
yes.
You have to sneak past all these people trying to fight the fire, get into the house and kill them.
Also, did I spot a pitchfork or anything as I was over by the thingy?
No.
Damn.
And by the way, as a whole bunch of the servants or workers ran back towards the barracks, a couple of them were actually beaten down by the taskmasters and like forcibly dragged back over towards the fire in the field.
I knew it.
There we go. That's some definite answers on whether they're being like coerced into action.
Like I said, the bumpers are up.
Well, like, you gotta bear in mind a single bruise on somebody that looks a little bit tired after a ridiculously good medicine check was basically just. Does that mean he's just a worker then? Alright, cool. Move it.
Ridiculously good. It was a natural fucking 20.
I've had a single bruise on me once, and it may have fallen over, got a bruise for falling over. I've never had multiple.
There was only one. There is only one.
Feel like-
One bruise to rule them all.
Alright, so you're gonna try to sneak between the two groups towards the house, or
No, I think
we want to
I
go
assume we
around
were
it.
pretty near the house when all this was happening.
you're on the side of the field, the south side of the field.
Right, then we're going around
we're going to the house.
towards the house.
We could always duck
Try
back
to
in
stay
towards
out
the
of
road
fire
and
lane.
walk towards the house.
We're
Yeah,
not
to the
gonna-
northeast is the corner of the field that you lit on fire. To the northwest is the barracks that Ezra just lit on fire.
You have a map.
And directly north is the house. Right next to the barracks. Well, near the barracks.
Wait,
Then yes, let's go.
Yeah, we're doing it. Wherever it's going.
While we're going, I'm quietly singing to myself, "Burn, baby, burn." Disco Inferno.
Disco
What we're talking about.
In Infernal.
All right.
And God
That's
damn it.
Hey.
I regret the day that I ever learned.
All right. So, as you're all running,
Doesn't have quite the same rhythm in him.
there actually is a another shout,
Oh fuck!
and you look, and there's a guy standing over near the fire, pointing towards you as you're running through the field.
How far away is he?
About 70 feet, I'd say.
By there's a guy. Is it one of the guards? Is it one of the workers? Is it just somebody wandering past the street?
It looks like one of the taskmasters.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout, "We're getting help!"
Roll bluff. He just sort of stands there confused and then just sort of like shrugs and goes back to trying to organize the others to
I mean,
contain the fire.
In the low light, we would just look like mercenaries.
Oh, God.
Charisma rogue.
Alright. So you do make it up to the side of the house. Unchallenged past that.
Yeah, boy.
There's a side door on this side. Main door's on the east side of the house if you want to head over there.
I don't know. Where are we going in?
I think the side
We
door
went
should
up
be
through
fine.
the main door, didn't we? To his study.
First time, yes.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, this side door is where the taskmasters are coming in and out of.
That's where they came out of. Nobody's gone back into the manor.
Yeah, it's heading through that way. If they've come out of that, then the door will still be open.
Okay.
Because no one
Still-
fucking runs off to a fire and turns around and goes, "Oh, hang on, must lock up behind myself."
That's true.
Welcome to the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory.
Who locked their workers in, and then there was a fire, and everyone died.
Oh, God. Alright. So you make your way in, and this is. It's nowhere near as fancy as the main entrance. It's like. It's fancy, it's clean, but it's a smaller hallway. There's a couple of like the corridor just sort of opens up a bit as you go in, and there's a couple offshoots to the left and right.
How many?
About midway down the corridor, there's one to the right. There's two to the left, about a third of the way down the corridor, and a 2/3 each. And the end of the corridor, it looks like it goes off to the right again. Or the east, rather.
Okay. Now, where the fuck do we go?
I guess we
Well,
should just explore, look around.
I would
We don't have
assume
that
he would
time.
be in his study
Or his bedroom?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
or his
But-
bedroom.
book it towards the. See if we can get in towards where we came in last time, and find our way from there. Because we'll remember which way we're going from there,
Yeah, so let's go.
rather
If
than just taking room by room and poking our heads into everything.
yeah, I guess generally let's just go down where, like, compared to where we came in, compared to where we know we came in last time, try and make our way that direction. I guess, right?
Okay. So you came in the south door, and the main door is on the east side. There are two pathways going to the east, one about halfway down the corridor, one at the end of the corridor.
The one at the end of the corridor, I would reckon.
Probably.
Well, we'll try the first one. If nothing's in there, we go to the next one.
If it leads
right?
into a barracks, you won't have to worry about them killing you, because I will.
Okay, fine. We'll go to the end.
Little does he
I'm
know.
so sure I've been here before.
And if that one leads
Alright.
into a barracks, I will kill myself.
I'll help.
Oh, I hope I'll help too.
Just
And
when
then I'll
everyone
see
kills
you by
Ezra
the
first.
morning.
All right. So you head down to the far turn, correct?
See you, senor.
The one at the end of the corridor. All right.
Spooky.
Spooky, scary, twat bags.
Yep.
That's us.
So
Good
this
all the way down.
one's got a door at the end of it, just like 30 feet down.
So it's another hallway.
Yeah, it's another hallway. There's
Fuck me, how big is
only-
this house?
It's a fucking manor, Viking. What do you expect?
Not to be fucking 500-foot fucking floor plan.
There are a couple doors on each side, and the end of the hallway is another door.
Oh my
Going all the way
Christ, we'll
down.
go through the middle.
Straight through the door at the end of the hallway.
Either that
Yeah.
or I'm gonna make our own fucking door in a minute.
All right. You come out into the main entry hall,
Fuck.
Oh, thank
just
God.
under one of the
Awesome.
stairs, actually.
Is there anyone around?
There doesn't seem to be anyone around. In fact, it's fairly dark in here. There's no candles really lit or anything.
The only one that
It's
affects
mainly
is me.
reflected moonlight.
Cool. Let's go the way we went last time towards the study. I
Head up,
guess
head up towards his study.
All right.
he's probably not gonna be in there, but we can at least search
Yeah.
around that area because he'll probably be around there.
I think there was a door that attached to his study that may well lead to his bedroom.
That's
Okay,
entirely
because
possible.
I was just saying, because I thought there was another. I thought there was another door in that room as well. So I'm glad it's not just me imagining.
No, I
God is swearing because he's getting water dripped on his head. Somebody's pissing on God and he doesn't like it.
so he's gonna piss on the party.
This is a god, super god.
Super God. Super Kami Guru. No. So you head up the stairs and you follow what you think is the right way.
I'm keeping
You
an
go
eye
up
out
the
for
stairs, take a right, north down a hallway, take the second left to the west, and you pop into the study. The blinds are closed over the windows. There's no there's no real light in it, no candles, no lantern. Although you do see a bit of light sneaking under the door that's to the south end of the room.
Is there any? There's no one in the room, right?
Not in this.
No
study.
one's in the room.
I'm gonna move quietly to the other door.
What are you doing, dog?
I'm gonna
All right.
Put my ear against
Yeah.
it and I see if I can hear anything.
Make me a perception check. You hear grumbling and the rustling of fabric on the other side.
Sounds like he just woke up.
or he's fucking someone. Either way, let's go.
If you
Who the
think,
hell grumbles
yeah, if you
under
think
there?
that's
Alright,
what
never
that
mind.
sounds like, you need to get laid, my son.
Right, fucking, I paid for the excellent class of horse. They sent me this shit
It's
again.
Nibor. How classy can they be?
I'm gonna quietly ask the others: are we going to bust the door down, or am I going to open it silently?
I kick the door open.
It's like,
That's
as,
that
as,
question.
as Erland's like midway through saying, I think perhaps you might be. Oh,
All
I'm
right.
gonna see if he can kick it down.
So make me a strength check.
No. Wait, he has a -2.
No, I only have a -1. Fuck off. I'm not that weak.
Break your
We're
leg.
about to
Break
see.
your leg. Break your leg.
So fucking hell, as Erlin's about to speak, like midway through his sentence, you sort of step up, raise up your boot, and just shove it into the door, and send yourself backwards with a loud thump against the door.
Who's there? No one. Fuck off.
Door. Bust that door down.
I
By
told
the
the
way,
dog.
Serena, you hear a muffled, "What the fuck was that?" from the other side of the door.
Nothing. Fuck off.
All right. So, Pelin,
Can-
you turn the doorknob, and the door opens.
God fucking
I
damn it.
opened it.
And standing before you is Lord Headley. He's got his pants on, and he's got his suit jacket halfway on, and he just sort of stops and stares at you.
I'm gonna draw my rapier and charge.
And I'm the impulsive one.
This was literally the plan, was to get in here and murder the guy in his room. Why are you backing down now?
I'm not backing down, but fucking hell, I get yelled at for kicking the door in. And then she just fucking charged.
That's
him.
because
You
she
were
could
the
have
one.
opened the door and got closer to him and then stabbed him.
Fine, whatever. I stand back up. And
Go ahead
say
and roll me an
I
attack.
meant to do that.
I follow.
Serena, go ahead and roll me an attack.
Too piercing. That's terrible.
I'm also charging.
I'm also charging.
I was mainly going for the 2 attack thing
No, well,
rather than damage.
What's his half buttoned up fucking jumpsuit or whatever he's wearing?
Well, flat-footed, so he doesn't get a dex bonus. Yeah. So basically, you open the door. He stands there shocked. Serena instantly reacts, whipping out her rapier and charging. And you shove it right in his chest, right through a lung.
Shot through the
And he just sort of, his eyes go wide with shock. His face goes pale,
That's fair.
I'm going to.
and he
I'm
just
also-
sort of like,
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth so he can't speak.
You've just collapsed one of his
Oh.
lungs. He's not gonna be able to.
No, I was going to say,
Go quietly, please go quickly.
go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. You keep stabbing him every time you do.
The assassin is saying, "Please go quiet."
are you gonna keep stabbing him?
If you don't close his eyes and go "Resquiacat in pace" afterwards.
I'm going to try and pin him to the ground and make it help me.
She's
help
not
me
jumped off it.
faster.
What?
This has gone so wrong in the course of one sentence.
Hang on, it's just like go quietly and then help me make it faster. Is that said to the rest of us?
Yeah, no, the help me make it.
Oh my god, extortionist! If
Okay.
you're still watching, clip that.
Is anyone else gonna help
me make it faster.
man?
Well, I've basically just imagined me and Jotunus being up the back, making sure no one sneaks up on us the entire time. So, I mean, we can both turn around and charge it if you...
my god.
I can shoot the bastard if you want.
I know, Belhan, you said you were charging, right?
Good.
Do you want to try to hit him as Serena tackles him to the ground with a rapier through his chest?
156, got you. I'm making a note of that one.
Belhan,
Oh, did we lose Bellin again?
I think we might have lost
I
Belhan.
think he might have just thrown himself out of his window.
He tried to tackle the window.
Don't worry, Exorcist, there will be a clip. Or a highlight.
Good God.
Wait, my internet just fucked up. What happened?
Did you miss
You
that
missed
entire
it.
exchange?
What was the last thing you heard, Belhan?
He was.
So you didn't hear "please go quietly" and then "please help me make him die quick."
There was... Yes, there was a very rapid swing from stabbing man through chest, hand over mouth, and then just whispering to him, "Please go quietly." And then Serena turned around, looked at the rest of us, and went,
Help me!
"Help me kill him fast."
So, Belhan, you were charging, right?
Yeah, I went charging, and then I went up, and I'm like.
What are you currently... Do you want to try to help her make it go faster?
I immediately go. 1 second. I need to think.
I need to breathe.
Like, they just come
I can't. think. Okay.
Oh God, my head's hurting. Ow.
He would probably go up and.
Our assassin needs help killing someone faster.
Do you want him to bleed? I don't want him to do it slowly. So that might kill him.
He probably
Belhin, I'm just gonna say right now you're gonna hit. So just say what you do
Go for the
if
throat.
you do it.
Go
Okay,
for the throat.
I go up and I go. Your time has ended.
We don't have time for
Opa!
Just fucking kill him, please.
I did, Opa! Did you hear that? Opa!
What do you have currently?
Opa! It's me, a morning star.
Oh god.
Collapses the
So-
other lung.
Wait, no! Wait, no! Wait. No, I would be smart with this.
No, and we're doing
Uh,
this. We're doing this.
A morning star would just be.
We're doing this. Basically, Serena, you turn around and say, "Help me help it go faster." And Belhin just immediately from behind you says that, swings his morning star, and just pulps his head, sending blood into the side of your face.
Why didn't you have
No, I
us
was
roll
aiming
for
for
it and
the
make
neck.
it
I
the
was
most
aiming for the
inept
neck.
trying to kill someone faster?
No,
But misses
I'm
and
not gonna have you
collapses
roll
his
for
other lung. Erland runs in, shoots him in the face, misses and hits him in the chest. The muffled screams intensify as he's still not dead.
No, I think just smashing his head in would be better than that.
I mean, I
Okay.
would go for the throat. And
You have a
I
blunt
like the neck
weapon.
area.
You do have a blunt weapon.
I would try to make it
Okay.
as least messy as possible, but
Going for
whatever.
probably the most like the place that bleeds the most would make it the less bloodiest as possible.
So he's going for his femoral artery then, is he?
Try and go for the back of the neck. You know, the place where you like.
He's laying on
He's
his
on the
back on the
ground.
ground. Serena's on top of him,
No,
tackling him.
I know he's dead. I smashed his face in.
I have just put my head through the door through head fucking smacking my
Something
head
about
against
this
the
just
door.
doesn't make me feel right.
Is there
I don't feel.
any bus nearby or anything like that large?
Why don't you stab him more? You have a blade. Just start stabbing him more. What are you doing?
We need to. He's dead now. Now it's time for the other part of the plan where we cover it up. Now, is there a bust or something big and heavy we could put on his smashed in?
Oh,
Are
so
we
to
He,
make it
he
look
had a
like-
statue on his desk or something, didn't he?
Bear
Yeah.
with. Like, this makes Cybern makes perfect sense. We do have to try and cover it up to be something nearby, rather than, oh look, he's clearly been murdered with weapons.
Right.
Is there a letter opener that we could stick in the wound that Cybern's made through his
Yeah,
chest, and like a bust? that we can sort of
drag him
smear in
into the
blood and
studio.
his head?
And
No,
we'll
no.
drop the bust
Drag
on
him
his
out.
head and put a letter opener in his chest, and we'll ignore
I'm
the
just gonna
fact that
say
there's a
on
big
the wall.
hole in the door.
I'm just gonna say on the wall next to you, there's a cabinet.
Okay.
A convenient cabinet full of statuettes. Excellent, that one will do.
No, it's filled with silver. It's filled with silverware.
Right,
We
well,
can always just throw him
this
out the
big
window
knife.
and fix this entire problem.
How will that cover it up? He's been thrown out the window, and that's gonna bring people. That's gonna have people look back at us. We need to cover this, kill whatever is valuable, and leave.
Yes, we do need
You
to
know, I
leave this
just
entire
thought-
town.
You know, I just thought about a way this all could come back to us.
The fact that we were spotted.
really?
There are multiple ways.
No.
What is your current thinking?
No, the fact that the servants are currently helping the Watchers put out the
Are all
fires.
of-
Oh yes, this was
All
an
of-
obvious assassination.
Right. Okay. That thought so.
New,
Right.
New plan.
Okay.
It's not present upright. One of the Watchers was secretly assassin. Okay.
I don't know how you're gonna tell the other
I
people. who
throw a
look at the trial,
spoon
but
on the
sure.
body.
You just sort of throw it there so it just sort of hits him. Oh god.
We need to find the butler. No. Bear with me on this. We need to find the butler.
With a
The
candlestick.
butler,
and then
the butler with
and
a
then knock
spoon in the...
no, and then knock him out, and give him make sure that we basically find that this morning star that Bellen's had, like we have that, and basically drag him outside to the rest of the watchers and say, we've just found this. we've just found this guy trying to he's just murdered such and such Headley after we
We're not-
rushed in to try and get help.
I'm going to
Awesome.
look
Work if
around the
we-
office
that
for a
would work
safe.
That would work if we were also watchers.
Give me
We're
a
not
perception
watchers, so
check.
there's no way we're gonna.
I've put our calling card on him. Now I'm looking for money.
You catch a glimpse of a relatively small iron thing
Ooh,
underneath
shiny.
underneath the bed. Are you gonna try to
That's
pull it out
magic.
or something? Or
I'll try and open it if I can.
Wait, can we detect magic? Can I?
Do we really? I kind of want to leave now. We've murdered him. Just
Well, you lot are
I'm
having
gonna
your
look-
fucking hissy fit at each other about what we're doing. I'm looking for
gonna-
money.
I'm gonna go grab the bus. I'm gonna
I-
hit back his head a couple more times with the bus so it's nice and
What
bloody.
the
I'm gonna leave it on
fuck?
his face.
no,
I
this
I'm
makes
still
sense. That's
trying
fine.
to cover this
That makes
up.
sense. Yes. Right.
I detect magic.
all right,
I look for
You
anything
sense-
magical.
you sense a moderate aura of necromancy inside the safe.
There's a safe. I go towards the
That's
safe.
where I am, you idiot.
I'm not paying attention. Okay. What? I heard nothing about.
Small grey iron type object underneath the bed that I've just pulled out to have a look at it.
Oh, a safe. Okay.
You basically
Wait,
just dragged it along the floor.
Yep, I've scuffed
we're
the
not
woodwork.
like actually pick it up.
I was gonna say the only description I heard of it was just there's something shiny under the bed. Like, okay, I'll pull.
Yeah, which I didn't know was a safe. So no, yeah, no, God, calling it a safe and then being like it's a
Well, isn't it more of a-
iron-shaped box.
Since
like,
it's underneath the
wow.
bed, isn't it more of a lockbox than a safe?
Oh my god.
Exactly. Yeah.
Has he got any whiskey
Anyway.
sitting around in like a decanter?
Can we open it? Angsty Rogue, come over here and open this.
Open what? I'm like I have the bus in my hand. I'm still bashing his face in with this. Why?
This is like a fucking
Erland's-
episode of Robot Chicken.
Like, Erland's walked over to Serena and gone, yes, no, good. Right, and I'm gonna go to the desk and start rummaging for a letter.
I'm going to look for
Yes.
a decanter
Get in front of
of
me.
like whiskey or something.
Well, actually, has he got any of those like fantasy things where there's a shield on a wall with two swords?
No, he doesn't have any of those on the walls.
Did
You're
we
the
see
liar.
any in
He
the
does have-
corridors anywhere else?
He does have a couple of animal skulls.
The
You're the
animals
liar
came
out
back
there,
to
keep an
life.
eye out for
Hang
anyone.
on. What kind of animal skulls?
Oh, there's a deer.
A fox.
There's one bear. There's a
I'm
couple
gonna put
foxes.
antlers.
Yeah.
Get the
Has
antlers.
it got antlers? If it's got antlers, we're gonna like just
The
jam
deer
that.
has
Into
antlers.
Right, okay, so jam that into the sword wound that that he's got. And that's it. Right, we're good. Run.
And
We need to leave now,
I,
quick.
I like
Wait,
how
The safe.
we can literally, if
ex-
any
bro,
of us
I wanna
ever
see.
get accused of murder, we can literally show this clip in a court of law to prove that we are inept enough to not have pulled it off successfully.
I'll open the lockbox later. Can you carry it out of here? Let's go.
Can I carry it out
Yes.
here?
Yeah, right.
Oh hell no! That thing's nearly glued to the floor with how heavy it is.
How in the hell did Ezra pull it out from under the bed then?
He slid it like with,
There are
with a
literally
lot of
like lines
Alright,
in
never
the
mind.
wood where I dragged it through the floor, pretty much.
Right, I'll tell you what. I'll start clearing out because we need to make it look like a robbery as well, don't we?
Yeah.
So, like, I'll just start like this cupboard that's full of cutlery. I'll take all the no.
Yes,
just
take
spoon.
the spoons. Take more spoons.
All the
Well,
spoons.
as much silverware as I can fit in a bag.
Yes, and I'll start going through the clothes and take out anything that's fancy and throw anything else on the floor, and I'll just start making this look like they're going through
This
shit.
needs to be
I'm gonna
stupidly
check
quick.
Headley's body for a key to the lockbox.
Have I found a decanter of whiskey yet?
no.
Damn it.
While I'm doing this, I'm also looking for the key as well because I realize that's probably a good idea.
Although Ezra does notice that there's another cabinet filled with various wine bottles.
Ooh,
Ooh.
No, drink it later. Take it with us. Drink
I
it
was
later.
gonna
Come on.
pour it as an
Okay,
igniter.
Hold on. The cabinet is lighted though, or is locked
It's lighted. It's already on fire. Awesome.
though. It's,
I mean, can we just
the
pull
cabinet
that
is
open?
locked.
Well, just
Why
smash.
it
If you
glass?
can light
Fire
things,
to the
just set.
room.
Yes, there are
Well, I'm
glass
just gonna
panels in it.
smash the glass fucking front, aren't I?
clear out the glass and then
Right,
fucking
well,
yeah, take the right
I've
bottles.
cleared all of the silverware into a bag, and I'm heading out the door, saying, "Right, we need to leave. Leave now. Leave now. Leave now."
Oh god.
Have you opened the box? As I look at the
I
angsty
don't know.
rogue.
I haven't been asked to
Open the
roll for
fucking
you.
box!
Open it! But you could not open
Why are
it!
you detecting
You do
traps?
manage to... No, it's
No,
disabled
disable
device, you
device.
fool!
Yeah, can
Disable device is
disarm
lock
traps.
picking.
It's to disable traps, you muppet. It's sleight of hand to unlock.
The rules
No.
actually
No, it isn't.
say
No, it's
disable
not,
device is for
actually.
lock picking.
Alright.
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand
Shush.
is pickpocketing. You spaz.
Oh my god.
Pickpocketing
You
and
do
picking
manage to
your
jimmy
body.
the lock. And inside,
Inside we
you
get.
find an odd-looking, like, sort of crystal-looking vial on what looks to be a necklace chain, as well as a bag of presumably gold pieces.
I'm gonna shove all the
Okay.
contents into my bag.
Alright?
And then, did Headley have any expensive jewelry on him?
Not on him. It looked like he had just woken up and was getting dressed.
Can you see past the deer?
And the
I'm
bus.
Also-
assuming it's just. I was gonna say, I'm
Simon.
assuming it's just the skull.
Did you say that you grabbed all of the stuff in there?
Yeah, I
Oh
shoved it all
boy.
in my bag.
Okay.
Was there any ornately good-looking clothes that probably cost a lot of money?
Oh my god. I'm
There are
looking
a
for
couple of fancy
alcohol.
suits.
Belham's looking for fancy clothes. Erlen's stolen all the
Okay.
silverware and is fucking legging it. And
I
Serena is
the most
currently broken
expensive-
into the fucking safe and is rifling through everything in there.
the
There's
most
a couple of fancy
I'm not even
suits,
rifling. I'm just throwing it
Yeah,
all.
but
I'll
it's
just-
mainly
I'll
like
just-
suit jackets and trousers.
only the stuff that looks really good and probably costs money. I'll just grab and put in my so like how many would I get like that like look over the top. Usually the stuff that looks over the top usually costs a good amount of money.
By the time Erlen just starts running, you have 3.
I have 3. Sure, okay.
I'm gonna
3
follow Erlen.
Okay.
I just I just have cutlery and that's it. Like just but
I'm going to look for the most expensive wine in the now shattered wine cabinet and take it.
Alright. You do find a very old-looking bottle. In fact, it's even got a bit of dust on it.
Nice.
Let me snag
the
that.
older it is, the gooder it is.
Indeed.
Thank you for providing the.
Excuse me.
And I'll take one of the bottle.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what it is.
One of the bottles.
Just like whiskey
How
or
many
something.
bottles are there?
Alright. You grab a glass of what appears to be whiskey.
That'll do.
How many bottles are there?
There's about 10 of them in the cabinet.
I take 2 in my hands and then start running out as I put the clothes in my bag.
Jesus. Alright.
Should we look through his wait? Have you looked through his desk yet? Your list.
Yes, he found all the silverware and stole it.
No, he
No, I
looked through the
didn't- no, I
cabinet
didn't
that
look
was
through
right
his-
next to
I
you
just looked through
guys.
his
God
cabinet.
damn it.
You guys have been raiding his
Like-
bedroom, not his study.
The whole point. Why is he keeping cutlery?
This has
in his
gone to
bedroom?
shit. This has gone to
Because he
shit.
has too much money. He doesn't know what to do with it.
It's gone according to plan. Shut it. Okay.
It's all gone to plaid.
Desk. Just start opening drawers on the desk and start looking. Just like before we leave, like start opening shit. Anything that pops out.
I am gone. Like Erlen is fucking gone.
You've got your hands full. Erlen is just gone. Serena's grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and shoved it in her bag. And Ezra is currently holding 2 bottles and... well, that's it.
Anything in the
And
desk.
one less spoon.
Well, that depends. Are you looking in the desk, Spellhin, or somebody else?
No, we're not bandits.
Okay.
He
We're
said-
idiots.
that's what he said he was doing. He's put the
I
bottles on
literally-
top, and he just wants to slam open the drawers. And
Oh, Christ.
Look at
Alright.
That's not good.
I don't think so, extortionist, but
So, you open the drawers. A couple of them just have some ink and quills. A couple of them have, like, some spare paper sheets. One of them, though, near the bottom, actually has a journal in it.
Journal. Take that. Put it in my bag. Anything else?
There are a couple of other, like, folder-looking bits. Basically a whole bunch of paper just sort of loosely gathered
Couple
together.
of Philo facts.
They've all
Nah,
got
probably okay, continue
they've all
on.
got writing on them.
Okay.
And then in the last drawer, there's a couple of gold pieces, a bit more. There's a
Okay.
couple of like notebooks. It looks like unless you start rifling through them, you won't know what's inside. But they look
Okay,
like
I'll
they're
take-
actual notebooks.
I'll take one of those. I'll take the notebooks, put them in my bag, take wherever gold I can pick up, put them in my gold bag, and leave. And
So,
with my bottles of alcohol now that back of my hand as
To
I
be fair,
put them on top of
extortionist,
the desk.
we did just murder him. This is an assassination gone horribly, horribly wrong.
It looks like a robbery gone horribly wrong.
So, all right, you grab it and you just start running.
Are we on the second floor?
So-
Serena,
hang on.
Ezra, are you
We're
following?
on the second floor, right? I'm
Yes.
flying out the fucking window.
You're gonna hurt yourself if you do that. Just
I'll
saying,
combat roll it,
especially
it'll
with
be
your so little strength.
It's not strength that
You
dictates
probably
that, it's
just
dexterity.
ram into the window and hurt yourself without even going through
Like-
it.
Probably.
What's your athletics modified by?
My acrobatics
a
is by
person.
+4.
Athletics.
There is no athletics.
There should be.
No, there's
Could have
acrobatics.
swore there was.
No, there's acrobatics. Well, yeah, no, there's no athletics.
That's 5e.
Oh no, yeah, acrobatics then.
Yeah, it's +4.
All right then.
Roll so much.
Doggo, what are you doing?
It's only like 1d10 per
Are you
10
gonna at
feet.
least open? Are you gonna at least open the window before you jump out of it?
Maybe?
Maybe?
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna need to make a strength check to break through it.
Does it open inwards or outwards?
It's a window. It looks like it opens outwards, but you can't tell because you're right next to the thing.
Fine, I'll go down the fucking stairs.
As we all run out with 2 bottles of alcohol each. Alright.
Yeah, you guys have caught up with Erlen down the hall, and are you guys just retracing your steps? Where are you going?
yeah, they're basically just running back to the exit,
The main exit or the side exit?
side exit.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because like there's no point like busting at the front door.
All right. So
I don't like all these D100 rolls, I'm not gonna lie.
you roll their percentile. You roll or you run down the corridor. Also, there's hidden modifiers,
Of course there is.
and you get to the side door. Do you just like sort of bash it open and run through it?
No.
Or we could just turn the knob, open it, and run through.
Well, that's what I meant. Like you just open it quickly, shove your shoulder into it, and then just run.
I mean, as long as we haven't seen
quietly as I
anyone.
possibly can.
Whatever happened to
Oh,
blaming
you're
it
gonna
on
try
the
to sneak
peasants?
out.
Yes.
Well, so is Serena like okay, yeah, all right, run downstairs to the door. As long as we're all at the door, we're like right, Serena, do you want to just check coast is clear, sort of.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. As I'm like jumping up and down with 2 alcohol bottles in my hands.
Are you doing? I got a pee dance.
I think he is, yeah.
No, more of like, I really don't want to get cut. Let's not get cut. Let's not get cut. You know. I don't want to get caught dance, you know? Or I'm nervous I'm going to be caught dance. Maybe, yeah, but that's a better one.
I'm going to try and sneak out.
All right. So you're gonna try to sneak out.
Fuck it, why not?
I'm also keeping an eye out. Make
So-
sure that's...
When you open the door, you see a group of 5 what looks to be guards heading towards the door.
Oh fuck me! We should go the other way.
Have they spotted us yet?
They don't appear to have spotted you.
To the front door! Front door!
gonna say,
Front door!
Yeah, I'm just gonna quietly close the. Yeah, rush to the front door.
I will smash a bottle in front of the door and then spark it on fire.
Okay. I take it that was the whiskey one?
That was the whiskey one. I'm not smashing the expensive one.
Alright. So you smash it, spark it, and soon you hear a bit of cries of alarm from outside as they notice the smoke curling under the
That
door
would be fair.
and the fact that the door is on fire.
Alarm!
Quit it, Simon. And then, are you guys gonna run back to the main
Yes.
door?
Fire!
I'll-
Exclamation mark! Fire! Exclamation mark!
Are there any windows on the bottom floor that we've noticed as we've been running down?
Not in the corridor you've run through now.
On the way as we run, are we gonna run back to the front door?
I don't know. Are you running?
Yes, let's just go
Okay.
with yes.
The room we're in just caught fire
Yes.
somehow.
As we're running back to the front door, I'm gonna open up another bottle, not break it open, and I'm gonna go, Ezra. We're gonna do it again as I start pouring and running.
I will lean down and light the trail of booze.
Gasoline.
After, by the time we've gotten to the end and my thing has ran out, I'm gonna point to him and go, light it, and we're gonna fucking continue to run.
My spoon will never be discovered.
Who cares about your spoon? I'm the one with the magic one. I've got loads more anyway.
It's our calling card.
I stole all of his silverware.
I advise we wait till we
yeah,
get back
let's
to Sandpoint before selling all that.
So, by the way, when you reach down to light the wine, it doesn't light.
Useless
Wait, I
piece
took
of
wine? I
shit.
thought you said alcohol.
Wine is
It
also
was
alcohol.
mainly wine in the.
Is there any curtains nearby?
No.
Is there anything flammable
okay.
nearby? Like a cushion? I don't care.
I mean, the walls are made out of wood. The floors are made out of wood.
Fuck it, I just spark everything that's wooden.
Alright.
And
Fairly soon, the hallway's just engulfed in flame.
we should run.
As
And
we
you're-
continue-
oh,
we're
good God,
running
what's
towards
going
the
on?
front door.
We should run.
Distracted. Quickly leave the scene before he gives us an encounter.
Yeah, we leave. We're just done. We go through the front door, I guess.
Yes, I am extortionist.
Alright. So, after a few seconds, the entire hallway is on fire.
We should
We're
leave.
already out there. We're already out there. Like by the time we started lighting shit on fire, we were way gone. Like by the time that should have progressed, we wouldn't see it because we'd be out.
Alright. So you're all by the main door, I take it.
Yes.
Which is locked.
Alright. You just gonna open it and go, or?
We're gonna try.
Sure.
Serena, check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Check, make sure there's no one on the other side of the door.
Alright, so you peek through the little lock hole, open it a bit, poke your head out. There's no one out there.
Fucking book
They all
it.
seem
Run,
to be on
Run,
fire.
run.
Make like a bread truck
Look
and
at it.
haul
Go,
guns.
go, go! Wait, be quiet. Get low to the ground. We're running. God.
He says,
Do you
shouting
wanna
as he's
try to
running
be-
out the door.
Do you want to try to be
No,
stealthy
It's
about
never
it,
gonna
or?
work because Erlen's gonna be running around
We're
going
gonna be
ching ching
stealthy
ching
about it.
ching with all his fucking silver. We can fucking
No,
try
we're gonna
it.
be quiet. We gotta be quiet. We don't want
Go
to
ahead
see.
and roll me stealth check.
We gotta try.
This is a calamity.
And he's not even
I
here.
know.
I was legitimately
I
just
like how
gonna
it got
fucking book
progressively
it.
worse.
Make like a bread truck and haul buns.
Yeah, like
I
I mean,
mean-
literally just running out of the house. Apparently, is no, that's a bad idea. Like, why? There's no one around. Run before they turn up, rather than going. Hang on, let us just tin.
Alright.
That's
No,
probably why we failed.
we're doing that
because we just started
cartoon
running.
sprint when they've robbed something, so they're half on the ground, just.
Hey,
No,
Runic,
we keep it our,
Oh,
we're keeping
no,
our-
he-
roll me a d20 really quick.
He failed
What,
the
sorry?
stealth.
Roll me a
roll.
d20.
A D20.
Yep, just a d20. Okay. Alright, so as you're
Either
going,
very high was good,
you're just sort of trying to
or
sneaking.
very low was good.
Very low is bad. If it was below a 5, I'm going to tell you right now, the bag holding the silver would have split.
Oh,
That's fine. I didn't want to keep it anyway. I was gonna ditch it as soon as we got somewhere I could ditch it.
But basically, as you're going, you hear a shout from over by the side of the house, and you see a guard around the corner, and he starts booking it towards you.
everything's on
I'm
fucking
gonna yell
fire.
there are
fucking
demons in the house.
Shoot him with an arrow.
You're gonna yell, what?
I'm going to yell there are demons in the house.
Why would you yell? Bring more attention to us. Now if I kill him,
Roll me a bluff.
What?
I could
Wow,
literally
kill him.
distract him. So
He does not
he
stop
would
running. He's just running
fuck
straight towards you, and he's opening his mouth to yell.
I kill him. I fucking shoot everything I got at him.
So you shoot your crossbow at him.
Yes, my short
Go
bow.
ahead and roll, or short bow.
7
Yes.
minutes. Fuck him. Damn it.
You just sort of wait. You would have had to drop the other bottle to do that, though.
he's got a
I
crossbow.
already
He's,
had one
he's already
bottle.
emptied one because he's poured it down the corridor.
He's got a crossbow, hasn't
Yeah, I
he?
threw that thing away. once
No,
I
he's
had
not.
it.
It's a short
Oh,
bow.
is
He
it?
has to use both
Oh.
hands.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Yeah, I
did you
probably
drop
would've
the other
dropped
one?
it, yeah.
Okay.
I cast obscuring mist between us and him.
So basically, this horrible confusion of things happen. Serena shouts a demon in the
That's
house.
been the past
A
half
whole
an
bunch
hour.
of mist. A whole bunch of mist just sort of pops out into existence between the two of you as Belhan lets off an arrow, which just sort of skims off into the mist.
It's a 20-foot radius while
How far
20
is
foot
Copenhagen?
high.
Oh, they have to be close. Dude.
And
And you hear the guard just behind the smoke cloud yelling, "Intruders at the front door!
No, we're not.
Intruders at the front door!"
no, we're not. Fuck
This flash,
off.
we should have killed him. You
We should
dumbasses.
And
My only offensive abilities make lots
Actually,
of
no, you can't
noise.
see that.
You've done that well.
Make noise
I
at
wasn't the
front
one who
door. Maybe they'll
yelled.
think there's more Make noise at the front door. They might think there's more people in
God
there.
damn it.
Are you just gonna run now, or what are you doing?
I'm still trying to shoot him.
There's this fog
You
back.
can't see him through the mist.
Total
He's
con-
still a witness.
there is total
Take
concealment
away the mist.
between us.
Yeah, you
He
literally
still
cannot
knows
see
we're
him.
here.
We should run. He didn't get a good look at us though. We should just run.
Yeah, just literally just cheese it.
We're just gonna run, but I'm still gonna shoot a few arrows through that fucking mist, hoping to hit him.
Go ahead and roll me 2 more attacks.
My
Fucking that makes sense.
God.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just check obscuring mist. You might be at disadvantage.
Oh, he is. He is.
Creatures farther away than 5 feet have total concealment, 50% miss chance, and the attacker cannot use sight to locate the target.
So go ahead and roll me a percentile. If
Oh,
it's
okay.
above 75, you'll hit for the second one.
Above 75. Okay.
Because you can't even see
You're
him.
just firing
So it's
where
not
he
just total
was.
concealment. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that didn't work. Slash 1d.
There's a twang and a noise compared to a hit next door's cat.
Why are your cats here?
Low.
Well, the first shot you took miss. The second shot you took skimmed off his armor. And the third shot you accidentally let go of the front bit of your bow, so it just slammed back into you.
Whoop. Oh no, wait, that's not how that works.
Now then, what are you gonna do? Just fucking...
Come on.
I'm
Fucking
still
run.
continuing to run. I'm gonna try to see if I can keep
grab
shooting.
the dwarf
Like,
by the
I've
scruff
shot
of his
3
neck and I'm gonna
arrows.
start
I'm
pulling
still
him
running.
behind me.
Yeah, just something to note. If you're all just running, number 1, Belhan would fall behind. Number 2, Belhan is falling further behind because he's actually trying to shoot his bow while he's running.
I know. I'm not particularly phased by this because
Oh god.
If we lose him, this is another mouth that can point back to us. I'm trying to drag him behind.
If we lose him, if he gets too far away, I'll kill him.
I'm a slow. I'm trying to catch up no matter what.
Well, you can't try to catch up and shoot your bow. You're gonna be a lot slower than you usually are if you try to shoot.
It's okay, guys. If he gets too far away, I'll kill him. No witnesses.
because think of it realistically about it. If we're double moving every round and you're only moving once and firing, you
Yeah.
are way behind.
For comparison, Belhan, you can only move 20 feet per round. Everyone else has a base of 30. If they double move, they can go 60. So they're moving 3 times your movement speed in the same time that you're taking to move and fire.
Wait, where?
So
Because you have a
now
Because you're a
you
dwarf.
are essentially 60 feet
Oh,
behind
land.
us.
which I then try to catch up. I try a run after 3 shots.
All right. So you're just booking it. You're not really catching up. They're still gaining on you unless you guys want to slow down.
Nope.
But you
Right
are
back to
managing to
standpoint.
keep
I was
track of
gonna
them.
get behind no matter what. I was gonna be 10. I was gonna be 30 feet behind them at this point anyway. So now I'm just what 60.
Well, no, but if you've shot 3 times, right? So you've moved 60 feet
Right.
because you've had
Oh,
3
right.
turns. The rest
Yeah,
of us,
so-
if we've all run 60 feet each of those turns, we've all made it 180 feet, and you've made it 60.
That sounds about right.
That's
and then
how
I'm
the math works.
Yeah. So you
guess.
can just see them off in the distance in the dark.
I mean, not like I was just like 120 feet isn't that far, but okay.
Even
It
with
is
dark vision.
It is dark.
Also, you do hear shouts of like the guards behind back at the manor,
This.
and it seems like a couple of them might be trying to pursue you, but they don't seem to. Like they're running off into the woods at different angles.
Everything is currently on fire, and there are 4 people who they may or may not have seen our faces running away.
Also, you do hear a very loud crunching sound
As one of
as
the
the
load-bearing beams gives way.
as one of the load-bearing beams in the barracks
Oh god.
that you can see gives way, and you hear a couple of screams, and then silence and just the burning wood.
That one's not
Oh, God,
on
there were
me.
people still in there. There were people still in there.
That one doesn't
fucking
count
knew it.
against me. You never fucking said anything.
You never checked.
Although I was wondering if that ill guy was still in there the entire time. When I when I set fire to it, I was like, that ill guy is probably not going to get out of there, is he? Oh well.
How are you not a neutral character?
I'm pretty sure he is.
I am a neutral
'cause I talked to
character.
him about that. Yeah.
I am straight neutral.
Oh god.
I'm going to slow down briefly for the dwarf, because if he gets captured, then that's another mouth that can point towards us.
It's okay. He'll never talk. Sounded weirdly ominous.
Well, you can't see anything right now, actually.
There's some moonlight.
Alright. So you guys do manage to get away, and Belhan eventually manages to catch up if the rest of you guys slow down or stop somewhere. Are you gonna just run back into the tavern, or are you gonna stop somewhere? What are you
Fuck no,
guys
we're
gonna
going
do?
out to the woods.
Having
Alright.
a very obvious place for them to look, let's be honest. Maybe we can hide out with the changers.
Or the
Maybe we
muscle
can go out
wizard.
into the island. No, if we go to the island, we can't run. We should just go into the woods.
This has been a fucking travesty.
They're searching the woods.
There's a big fucking lot of woods near us.
Yes, and if we make camp, they're going to find us. If
By
we
the
don't,
way,
they're going to
these-
draw wild animals.
By the way, these are mainly plains. There's like little splotches of woodland between them.
Fuck.
Like think like a Shinaris. Like just little splotches of woodland, but mostly plains between them.
We need to go to the muscle wizard. He can hide us in their catacombs.
No, it's just run to one of them and go to ground.
Yeah.
Run to one of them and go to ground.
Was
They're
the,
not like you don't continue pursuing people for forever when you're chasing after someone.
Especially considering
was
everything they're
the,
being paid with is being burnt to a cinder.
That storeroom that the changes were in, was that known by the spy?
Yes. Because that's where he saw them.
That's
Yeah.
what we were told to go and check on them.
Honestly, the best place to hide would be the island.
How about we just run all the way back to Sandpoint?
Oh god. What has this become?
I'll tell you what it's become. 45 minutes of an utter shit show.
Oh god, that was only 45 minutes, wasn't it? Just goes to show how quick things can go to shit.
They only really went to shit in the
So-
past, like, 20 minutes.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Shit. I mean, we kind of expected this to happen.
Not
I
quite
don't
to
know
this
what
extent.
else to expect it. Hmm.
Alright, we'll head another 500 feet or so and hide in a woods that's nearby.
Such.
Because we'll end up being nearly a kilometer away from that house then.
All right. So, you guys all just sort of go to ground in a patch of woodland that you found. You find a nice little area that's mostly covered by trees and bushes, but a little like hollow in it. And you all just sort of sit down there, or
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless someone else has a better idea, then we probably should just sit here and wait.
I'm going to drink this lovely, lovely old alcohol.
Damn it! I dropped my other one.
I will pass
So
it
you pull-
around.
Thank
you
you.
pop the cork off the bottle of wine and
Take a big old swig.
take a sip. It's got a nice fruity sort of taste to it. Also tastes really old. Really good.
It tastes really old. Like liquefied old people.
Well, I don't know. I've never had wine. Supposedly the older it is, the better it is.
Yeah, but you don't taste the oldness.
It just kind of gets stronger.
It's a fruity wine.
Lovely, it's cider.
Yeah.
No, I've had like, is it like a sugary wine? Sugary wine's like good. I like that.
Red
Not
doesn't
really.
know.
I don't know wines.
He's not French.
It's
or
got a fruity
wine
taste
person.
to it. That's it.
It turns out it was actually
Alright.
the cheapest bottle there, despite being the oldest.
I mean, you're currently drinking it, so you won't really find out how much it's worth.
Can I
I'm not
appraise it?
drinking anything.
Uh, now you want to? After you've already taken a couple drinks from it.
Sure.
Why
Go
not?
ahead and roll me a praise then. Let's see what happens.
It is worth approximately as high as I rolled. Especially now.
The only really worth you could see was that it was in its age. And seeing as how you've opened that, you sort of ruined that.
It's worth about
So
6
what-
gold.
Are we making camp in the woods? Is that what's happening?
3. 3 now that you've opened it.
Laying low. Not necessarily making camp, because making camp implies having a small fire and set structures, which are just going to draw attention.
Making camp would draw attention. Not making camp's going to draw wild animals that are hungry. Unless Jonas knows how to mark his scent.
I mean, didn't you see him piss up that tree already?
Or Jonas can just walk around and make sure.
Yeah,
things
Jonas
aren't
doesn't
doing
need to
anything,
sleep.
yes.
Yeah, it's just like I'm more than happy doing half of a watch tonight on my own.
Yeah, I'll do another half.
So what all have we...
God.
Well, we should probably take stock. What have we acquired?
Lots of
How much
silverware.
gold?
Do you actually want any of this silverware? Because I don't really.
I'll take
I
the
mean, I know
spoons.
he'll collect the spoons. There you go.
We could melt it down for silver. When we could, I don't know, if we ever run into a werewolf or something, we could
Do we-
Silver bullet.
Run into a werewolf.
You're suggesting we keep this dead man's silverware on the off chance we need to stab werewolves.
This
with
shit is hot.
Yes.
A rogue would know
it.
that.
Okay.
No. That's why I said melt.
Do you know anyone who can melt all of this?
I mean, there's the blacksmith in Sandpoint that we went to. He could probably do it.
Do we know of someone we can? Okay, we can't do that. Do we know anyone who is sketchy? That
The shape
course.
changes that we worked for, the
Let's just, as you say that, Erlen's just going to raise like a hand with a pointed finger out vaguely towards the road.
She's antsy, not sketchy.
Look,
Um,
I haven't had time to set up my fences yet. It's just
she's building a little picket fence around her daisy plot.
I didn't know we were gonna stay here for long. I didn't bother.
We were planning on 3 days.
I meant the region,
Oh.
but yeah, sure.
It's prime real estate now. We just burned the fucker down.
Well, you know what they say about wood, ash, and plants.
Not good for your health.
Well, there's no smoke without fire.
There's plenty of
Well,
fire, I can promise you that one.
It's actually really good for plants. If we were to plant a forest there, it'd probably be very lush.
Yeah, she's off with the flowers again.
No, not flowers. I want some good hardwood.
Well, I can help you
Gonna build a
there.
boat. Gonna build a boat.
You walked right into that one, Cypher.
I'm gonna open up my switchblade. I'm gonna throw it next to his face.
I'm gonna try and catch
Yes.
it before it impacts the tree.
Give me a dex check. I'm curious.
Please be a natural 20. 17.
Throw the spring blade.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and just give me a ranged attack.
Fuck, that was a natural 20.
yeah. He reaches up and actually nicks his hand a bit.
Ow.
That was also a confirmed crit.
No, it didn't confirm it. Well, I was basically doing it against his dex roll, so that wouldn't have been confirmed.
All right. I'm gonna open my bag and look at what I've acquired.
I'll pull the
I'm gonna
switchblade
count the
out,
gold I picked up.
like put it back to not being pointy, and just throw it back at her.
Oh, guys. Oh, I took a bunch of journals.
Really?
Took a journal and
I
notebooks.
don't know how to throw a
don't know.
switchblade.
All right, I tell you what. You guys go
You
through
catch
this.
it easily.
I'm just literally just gonna pour a load of silverware out onto the floor. And say, like that if you want it,
I'm going to
And then
steal
walk,
all of
like-
the spoons.
and then walk maybe like 30 foot or so away from them, just a little bit of distance, so that I can like sort of actually get a bit more vision and leave them to do that sort of stuff and start.
How many?
Okay.
How many silver spoons do I get?
16.
Yeah, boy, replenishing.
Oh, 1 second.
I would like to point out I now have 30 spoons. Why? I don't know, but I've got 30 spoons. 14 shitty ones and 16 silver ones.
Yeah, I was gonna actually ask, how much gold did I get from just grabbing the gold that was in the drawers?
Could. That, you got about 13 gold pieces that you just sort of snatched up.
Carefully lay the stuff that I've acquired onto the ground, and I'm gonna start picking through the bag of gold.
Who was it who detected magic on that?
Bellin detected magic on the save,
Alright.
but he hasn't told anyone about that, so we don't know.
No, I was wondering
I
that, because if it was
would've-
Erland, he would have probably... Erland, he would have probably said he'd identify it.
It was
Alright.
necromantic. Did we grab the safe? What did we grab from the
Just
safe?
everything
I
in
grabbed
it.
everything from the save. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you do manage to count out 150 gold pieces
Nice.
in the bag. And then there's also the necklace, which it's like a it looks like it's made in the imitation of a file, but some sort of crystal made out of it, and inside of it is a shaped and polished sapphire, which actually glows faintly in the moonlight.
In the moonlight.
This. I don't know, but this thing looks magical to me.
Also, it feels slightly calming,
Wait,
actually.
What are you holding? What are you
I'm not holding it. I'm looking it on the ground.
What are you looking at?
The necklace.
Oh, be careful with that.
Why?
Why?
I suspected there was possibly something necromantic in the
And
I'm going
you're
to grab a
telling
stick
us
and push it
this
away from me.
now? I'm gonna pick it up.
I was kind of busy, and I thought I'd mentioned it, but I guess I didn't.
And I will take it over to
Good.
Erland.
You sat miles away.
Yeah.
I did.
Just walk
I
over.
did.
What
I'm
dis?
gonna divide.
What did do?
I'm gonna
What?
divide that 250
What?
gold in the bag to 5 parts. Give everyone 30.
One for the party as well. Yeah.
Yes, an extra 30 per part.
Okay.
So
How much are our party funds so far? 40?
I do not have 1173.
55 according to my notes.
Is that including the 30 I just put into it?
Yes. Because we had 25, so 55 total. We've still got 10 goblin dog ears, 4 potions of cure light wounds, and 2 decapitated foxes.
And 30 spoons.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
so-
you want those in the party
I mean, they
inventory? I thought that
can
was
they
yours.
can be, or I can just carry 30 spoons.
It's up to you.
Leave them around.
I have 3 fancy suits.
What else was in that lockbox?
That was it. Just the bag of gold pieces and the locket
I'm
or necklace.
I'm currently dangling the necklace in front of Erland, yelling at, well, just sort of saying, pointing to it and going, identify. What do it do?
What? Oh, for God's sake.
It's magical. What does it do?
Fine. I was sort of like, put it down. I'm just gonna sit there, cast identify, and see if I can suss out what it does.
Pokes it with a stick.
Because that's spellcraft, isn't it?
Yes.
And you get a plus 10 to that because of your identify spell.
Yeah, because of identify.
So 20.
20.
All right. Give me a second. Because it is... I need to actually pull this up. Actually, would 20 be decent enough?
Even if it's not, I'm going to wear it.
Oh my god.
It feels... You can't quite tell what it is, but you can tell that it's something like clerical. It looks sort of like a focus.
And it's sort of,
And it feels like it might help with Belhen's healing, actually.
Really?
Yep.
looking at
Necromantic.
this,
Don't ask
Yeah,
me.
our-
You don't know what it is yet.
That's true. Erland's fucking useless.
Aren't cure?
He rolled decently high, but not quite enough.
I swore cure spells were necromantic.
there used to be an old D&D. Certainly stuff like Revivify and Fifth Ed is...
Yeah, in this, some of them are. Because also in Pathfinder, necromancers, like actual necromancy school users, do get some healing spells.
Conjuration is healing.
So what's it do then?
Are you gonna put it on to find out?
I mean, I'm over with Erland right now.
This... It feels like... I'm not entirely sure. It's been a fairly trying, like,
Also, yeah.
half an hour. It's been a fairly trying half an hour, really. It feels like it has the same sort of divine magic with that Belen might be able to make use of. Although it's not just a normal focus. It feels like there's something in it.
Like a person?
I'm not sure. Something sentient, but whether that's a person or a soul or a creature of some sort, I couldn't tell.
I put it on.
I did think. Okay.
All right.
Look, you haven't identified it and told me shit. Maybe we can ask it if it's sentient.
Nothing really happens when you put it on.
Whatever. I now just have a shiny new bauble.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
I will
I'm
ask
just gonna
Belhan
turn
as
back.
I walk away.
Just gonna turn back around and just keep watching.
Yo, dwarf. This necklace is apparently some
Huh?
kind of divine focus. Do you want it?
A romantic divine focus?
I believe so.
Have I heard of something that could be necromantic but also a focus?
You do know some, like, well, you know, necromancers can heal. They don't often, because, well,
Excuse me.
they mainly channel negative energy. But they're
That negative energy, bruh.
like proper necromancers are fairly similar in clerics in a sense, because, like I said, they channel negative energy primarily to heal their
Right.
servants and harm their enemies.
Okay. Do I know? Do you have anything to base anything off of this?
Hmm.
Do you have anything to base this object off of, or am I just gonna be like, I don't know. I have no
It
idea what that is.
feels divine in some way, like it has a sort of power to it.
You know what? Okay.
However, it's not been
don't
identified
we-
as what it does, and it's just currently hanging around
Why
my
don't
neck.
we get some rest tonight, and I'll detect to see if that's evil or not. If it's not evil,
Also, that
then I will see about maybe making use of it. I mean, you, I don't. We'll have to do some more research into it. I wouldn't wear it personally.
I already am. I have been for like
Um,
the past 3 minutes.
yeah,
No, I know.
I don't feel any different, but I do have the sudden urge to go and burn down every village I see.
that's not coming from the necklace.
I'm joking, of course.
I know.
Just put that on the floor
I'm
for me.
kidding.
Just put it on the floor.
Fine. I take it off and put it on the
Please.
floor.
Okay, we're gonna keep it there. No one's gonna touch it. Okay? No one.
Uh-huh.
Why not?
Because whatever it is, it's trying to say something to me.
You're being too careful.
Look, just trust me on this one. We're not gonna wear that anymore. I'm not putting
Well-
on that yet. I'm going to detect in the morning when I feel. I'm going to ask my god to help me detect and see if this is evil or not.
I mean, couldn't we
If
just
it's
get Erlen to
not-
identify it again? He might have a bit of luck when he's had some sleep.
I guess, yeah, we could do that too. Wow, do two things, make sure it's good. It doesn't want to be put away again, so we're not gonna put it away because I don't want anger, whatever it is. But yeah, sounds good.
I suppose.
Fair enough. So if we do end up leaving it here, we probably should bury it.
Also,
We're not burying it yet. We're just gonna leave it on top.
does it look like
It's not like hey, get up and
that-
walk
any
away.
religious symbol
Well-
we've seen before?
Someone can come and find it.
I'm not going to put you on yet. Okay, calm down.
But it's
I-
not
I-
yelling at
probably
you, I
not.
don't think. That was Simon.
Sure, you might be a servant, but I don't want to put you on. Okay, calm yourself.
Ready my
God.
crossbow and make the people crazy.
I pick it up and yell at it. Why won't you talk to me, you little cunt?
It's like,
Don't-
"Ah, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Maybe you're
Don't-
not his type. Maybe he prefers
Don't.
shorter
It's.
women.
Who knows
Listen,
what
I'm
he can
gonna-
do?
I'm gonna wander back over to him as Ezra's shouting, like, "What the fuck are you
I'm
doing?"
not shouting.
Put it
Just-
back down.
You just
Put
said
it
you were
back on
gonna
the floor.
shout it. Like, calm
Put it
yourself.
back on the
Sit
floor.
down. I said there's something in there, and I said it feels like something that would be a little bit more utilized by those who channel divine energy, which would mean him. Sort of point to Bellin.
Yes, and it's calling
didn't-
for me.
Okay,
Maybe
then I
it's a
would.
gift from your god.
I
don't
doubt
know.
it, considering we found it in a bloke's bed, under a bloke's bed. But ooh.
Don't
This-
gods work in
this
mysterious ways, see religious people?
Yeah, but we don't tend
What
to
do you
put
mean, we
fucking
religious
things
people?
in the way of murdering people.
No, I'm just slightly concerned that what we have here essentially is this sort of sentient
Wait,
wank sort of this bloke.
What do you mean you're not a servant of a god?
What?
He's starting to
I don't
talk
know
to
what's up with
himself.
that.
No, I'm looking at Ezra. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm looking at Ezra.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you just yelled at it. I'm looking at Ezra. Why? So you're not a servant of a god. Who are you? Like,
I'm not a servant of a god either. What does that mean?
yeah, but he's something else, though.
Yes, and so's this necklace.
Listen, if anything inside this is talking to any of you,
Talk back.
I just don't want to.
no, don't
No,
do that.
I
That's
don't-
the opposite
I don't
of what
wanna-
you do.
We should wait until the morning. Hopefully, it stops talking to me.
Fine, we'll get some rest. Erlen's got first watch with Jonas. I'll take second watch
Also,
with Jonas.
how far is the necklace from me?
It's just at your feet.
Actually, it's
Okay,
in my
yeah, I'm
hand.
gonna-
I thought you dropped it.
No, not yet. I picked it up, didn't I?
Oh,
To
okay.
yell at it. Now I've put it down,
Okay. I'm going to.
and I'm gonna go sit back against a
stand
tree
up.
stump and drink my bottle of wine.
Stand about 30 to 35 feet away from her.
Are you afraid of the necklace? Is it going to eat you?
I'm not afraid, but it might just continue to talk to me while I'm
Yes.
trying to sleep.
I'm just gonna turn around and look Ezra in the eyes and say, "He might not be, but I am."
Fair enough.
Whenever
Also-
anything at all talks to you,
Oh, it's talked to you
never a
as
good
well.
sign. I'm just no, but whenever anything talks to you in general, it's never a good sign.
Talks to me or just in general?
Just anybody, and just turn around and walk off. Any like, and I walk away.
I don't have
Fuck
to-
you, Caleb.
That's not what?
Caleb always just walks away.
That's the wrong one.
I don't have any
So-
that burn.
Okay.
Bo also
I'm,
does.
Yeah. Is it still?
And I walk away was a very tropey thing that Vax used to do in campaign. one.
Yeah, and he fucking kept it up in campaign 2 as Caleb.
Because it's because Liam O'Brien's a
Look, I
theatrical.
don't want to deal with you yet. Like, look, just give me some time. You were with someone evil,
Well, he wasn't
so I don't
good.
want to deal
I
with
wouldn't
you
say he
yet.
was evil.
I mean, I don't know about the whole indented servitude.
That's not necessarily
don't-
evil, but it's certainly not necessarily
evil.
good.
Gonna-
Okay, sure. Anyway, just wait. Okay. Just wait. And also stop talking to me, or I will not put you on ever.
Are you threatening a necklace?
Yes.
This has been a fucking weird session.
Says the man who's collecting spoons.
Oh,
Okay.
you'll see.
I try to lay my head up against a tree and just try to sleep.
When I'm wielding a giant sharpened spoon, you'll see.
Can your spirit instrument be a giant spoon?
I cast spiritual weapon. It's a giant fucking spoon.
No. That's what he does. He doesn't have a lute. He just plays the spoon.
I can play the spoon. Don't you mean spoons? Nope.
No, it's just a really big one. And I hit these with it and it goes gong.
Thank you. All right. Also, sorry. All right.
No, he's apologizing to a necklace.
I pick up the necklace and I want to see how much it's worth.
Why? I'm trying to sleep, so I probably don't know. So here.
You, talking necklace, how much are you worth?
Give me a check. The praise. A lot.
Helpful. Do we have an exact number on a lot? I'm
No.
also watching her.
Worth a pretty gold piece.
Get in the van.
I'm gonna put it into the middle of our, I guess, our pseudo camp, and just put a cloth over it so it doesn't reflect any light.
All right. And that is where we will call today's session.
Dude,
Aw,
it's
damn.
Christmas next week. We won't get another session. Not for like 2 weeks.
I know.
I just
But
want to see what it does.
This is a good stopping point.
I don't know, I feel
Because in the
feel-
morning,
And-
Balon's being possessed, and we're all being arrested.
And Ezra is dying
Oh.
again.
I don't know what will happen. To be completely honest. But it I can't. I don't know. Can I insight a necklace? I was wondering that the entire time.
You can try. I mean, as long as it's speaking to you, you can try to insight it.
I mean,
Granted,
Sure,
I'm saying-
I'm just
Granted,
gonna...
I'm saying try.
Grog did insight a sword to see if it was evil. Failed horribly and knew that it was evil, but he still tried.
It seems like it was truthful.
Yeah, this is gonna be like the
Okay.
fucking black orb. I can grant you a wish if you smash me and let me out. Yeah, right.
Or no, the skull
Yeah, that was
Viking.
the skull. The crystal skull.
Mad.
The party nearly came to fucking blows over.
Will your DMs show up for me when I log back into Roll20? I forget. Probably should, right?
I think so, because basically it saves it up to a point, but everything before, everything before you join, like you can scroll up and it'll still be there.
Yep.
It just saves it up to a point. There is a log.
I still have the
which-
DMs between myself and Viking.
Okay, cool. Alright.
From 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, from when we were checking about the when I was resummoning Jonas out by the well.
Yep. After
Yeah,
shitting your
there
pants.
is. Yeah, there. Hell, I've got the very first strength check from Serena,
After you cacked yourself.
and the first perception check from Erland and Belhan and Ezra.
So yes, we won't have an episode next week. Makes me sad. But we should have one on the
Or no, I've got actually. Okay,
2nd?
sorry.
No, wait. 1st. Will we have one on New Year's Day? Are you partying?
Oh, we can if people's are available.
I don't.
Is anyone
I
going
will
to
likely
parties?
be unconscious. Yes. Like I drink a lot. Like it is Christmas. This is like one of the times of year that drinking happens.
That's fair.
Or we could do the 2nd, which is the Thursday.
I might know slightly more once.
Yeah, because otherwise we're going to be going
Like after
3
Christmas.
weeks, and I want to know what this fucking thing does.
That's all right. We can just,
Okay.
we'll-
So I found something out, by the way.
No.
If you scroll all the way up to your Roll20 chat log, there's a button, view all chat entries for this game, and that should show you all of the, everything that's going on.
Huh.
I'm not sure if it shows it based on person, or if it shows it based on, like, just overall. I think it's by person. Do you guys see whispers, like, from someone else to someone else?
Let me see.
It would be at the very bottom, because the very
I'm
bottom is the most
I'm
recent.
imagining